All right, folks. So we got to get ourselves into the Mushroom Kingdom because we got a bit of a smithy problem here. A certain gang of ironclad hooligans have ransacked the place. But first, we must pay a friend Bowser an old visit to save the princess. So, folks, your patience is now about to be rewarded. We are now ready for Super Mario RPG with Iceblue. Good luck, friendo, and have fun.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I mean, hi. I mean, if you're looking at me, I don't know. But hello, my name is Iceblue. I am going to be showcasing Super Mario RPG Remake today, and I am very excited. Kind of echo what Tempest was saying just a little bit ago. Get those donations in. You do not want to. You see this file right here? This one right here. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be sick. And the Culex 3D fight is really, really cool. So
I will cry because I have not seen it before. I will cry if I don't get to watch Iceblue pull it off. The strats are nasty. You want to see it.
You don't want to make Spike cry. I've seen it. I haven't seen it.
It's filthy. That's also nasty. Don't make it happen. Don't make that happen. Show me the Culex fight. I want to see it. Culex 3D. Coming up after this.
Yeah, if my commentators would love to introduce themselves. Commentators. Void.
And now I will unmute because my fire alarm was going off.
I was wondering what was going on your end.
It was right as I was about to introduce someone. I was like, and mute the Discord. All right. Hi, we're fine. My house is not burning down. I'm spikevegeta. I've speedrun this game before as well, just like Void and Iceblue. And I am excited to see this rip-roaring, amazing run. I can't believe this run's only 6 months, like 6 months old. The community has done such an amazing job with it. We have hours to talk about it. Iceblue, take it away.
Awesome. All right. Well, I am ready. Timing is going to start when I select the normal option here. There's 2 difficulties in this game. Breezy actually is a little bit easier. It gives you a bit more experience per battle, less experience to level up, and enemies have 10% less HP. But we're going to play on normal because that just gives us the full experience. And we love normal mode.
Yeah, and also normal is pretty much a one-to-one reflection of what the Super Nintendo SMRPG game is.
But yeah, I'm ready. Spike, Void, are y'all ready?
Oh, baby.
You have no idea how ready I am.
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right, it's going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Best of luck, Ice.
Thank you.
GL.
All right, so iconic cutscene here. If you played the original, you get this nice iconic cutscene now in Super HD, and it looks gorgeous. Every single one of the cutscenes in this game are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, go ahead.
No, you talk. You're the runner. You talk first, then I talk second and third.
No, I was just gonna say, there's been a lot of people like being like, well, why can't you skip cutscenes? It's a speed run, and I'm just like, why would I want to skip these cutscenes? These cutscenes are phenomenal.
I was just about to say, like, people complaining about not being able to skip cutscenes in their 2023 RPG, like, I don't know, grow up.
Yeah, I remember being, like, disappointed for about 3 seconds. I was like, oh, the times are going to be slower. But, like, there's, like, 6 total cutscenes in this game.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
that.
exactly.
And they're all... each one of those cutscenes are...
they're gorgeously animated, so I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And also, like, as far as like a pacing is concerned, this run goes so fast, especially for an RPG speedrun. We're immediately thrown into the action.
Yeah, this run, the remake, is actually, like, the run is faster than the run on SNES. Despite the length of those cutscenes added on top of what the run was.
Yeah, so much. You can see the battles go by so fast here. And you're just, like, transitioning into the next move so fast. See right there, taking out the 2 terrapins. I love that in this version compared to this. We're not just going to compare to the SNES version the whole time. It'll pretty much end here. But I love that you only fight 2 terrapins there. You don't have the 4 like you would in OG. There's not nearly as much like RNG you're dealing with at the beginning of the run.
Okay, so Spike, I got the block on the terrapin and I got both jumps. You can't make fun of me at GDQ now.
As in you successfully didn't time both of the jumps? Or did you time them? I wasn't paying enough attention. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't time them.
Let's go! You suck! Yeah. Oh, what's that white text up there doing? You're awful! Yeah.
Also, pardon me with a couple coughs here and there. I was sick all last week, and I'm still like slightly getting over it. So I may cough a couple of times here and there.
Thank you for still being powerful enough to do the run, especially a lengthier run like this. That's definitely tough.
Yeah, for sure. So Iceblue is doing jumps here. The big reason why is because after every other jump that you do, your jump powers up, and we need to power up the jump up to a certain amount for the balloon fight. That will be about 20 minutes into the run. So it's pretty crucial, actually, that Iceblue jumps pretty much at every opportunity they can.
Yeah, it's a very hidden mechanic, and it's just with the base jump. It's not the case with super jumps or ultra jumps that Mario gets later on in the game. Just your base jump, I believe it's 2 times you use it. The base power of jump goes up by 1, I believe is the way the statistics work out.
I think so, yeah.
So,
like, look at how sick this cutscene is.
Look at this guy. Why would you want to skip this?
Yeah.
Skipping cutscenes in this game are illegal.
XR rolling in.
People have gone to gamer jail for less.
You don't want to go to gamer jail.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to gamer jail.
Let's talk about some controversy. This game is called Super Mario RPG, not Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Discuss.
Yeah, I thought that was weird that they removed the surname of the game, but you know, I'm not sure. I got over it pretty fast.
Yeah, the moment like the game booted up and I started playing, I was like, "What game? Legend of the Seven Stars? Oh, okay."
Especially because like back in '96, you said Super Mario RPG. This was the only Mario RPG. Now there's 80 Super Mario RPGs. Like, I'll play Super Mario RPG. Which one? But here we are, getting the tutorial from Toad.
Turns out this is the one.
The one.
Yeah, this is the Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it earlier before we started, but like, it's incredible how quickly this game came out. And like, there was just like cockroaches. We all came out of the walls like, I get it. Let's route this thing. It's going to be great. And, in 6 months, it's already this fast, this optimized. And like Void just said, faster than the original SNES version. How does that happen? Like, games have to load. Have you seen the power of a Nintendo Switch? This thing's a potato. How does this game even load this game fast enough to give us the chance to do it? But the current world record, we are down to 230 XX. Is it 31 or 30 at this point?
230.
Yep, 230.
That's incredible. And we got Iceblue here.
Void.
The one and only. My man's rolling.
The one and only.
Me.
This man took a break from rolling monkeys to come over here to absolutely dominate it.
Best vacation of my life.
But yeah. Void and I spent a lot of time at AGDQ this year, and we, oh my goodness, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was just us labbing this game.
Dude, that's when I missed, obviously, all those years where we weren't at live events for speedrunning for, GDQs, RPG Limit Breaks, ESA, all these events where you could, like, in person, gig a nerd out with your friends or just, like, other people in the community and be like, hey, Super Mario RPG, let's cut out every instance of super jumping ever. I don't want to do them anymore. And I think they're slow. As it turns out, we were right.
Yep, and it turns out we were right. All right, so Mushroom Way, this is where Iceblue is actually going to start doing some stuff. So grabbing some coins. One of the particularities of Remake over SNES is that you cannot sell flower items. So a lot of the flower items that they're going to pick up are going to be consumed in order to increase our flower points. Right there, so we saw Iceblue grab the flower tab that was hidden behind the Goomba and the flower at the top of the rock, and that puts us at 12 flower points so that we can do 4 jumps on those hammer bros.
Now, right now, another thing to explain is you look on the left side of the screen. If you're only familiar with the original but not the remake, you see 3 chain, 4 chain. That number go up and number go up make me happy. I love it. What it means is at different increments, those being 2, 3, and 5 jumps, or 2, 3, and 5 chains, you will receive various different boosts inside of combat. And you say right there, oh, well, I guess Iceblue dropped it right there. Those coming from either blocking an attack correctly or executing attack, timing the attack correctly. Even partial timings will get you there. For the most part throughout the run, we want to keep that going so that we can get those various 10, 15, and 25% boosts, ideally, throughout most of the run. But there will be times where we are strategically going to drop them just because it will save that little bit of time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mentioned a little earlier, not being able to sell flower items. The money route actually in this compared to SNES SMRPG, especially in the early to mid game, is actually extremely tight. So that's why we have to sell those mushrooms that we got earlier to afford buying 1 honey syrup and 1 jump shoes. And also we grabbed that frog coin because we're gonna need frog coins for later on.
The economy in the Mushroom Kingdom is in shambles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is. But yeah, so the honey syrup and the jump shoes are going to be pretty useful for the early game fights. We're going to have to make another pit stop to the shop after we beat Croco. But for now, this will have to do. And as for the frog coins are just another currency in this game that is used in Tadpole Pond exclusively, and also in Seaside Town. So we are going to need 22 frog coins total by the time we get to Seaside Town in order to buy the EXP booster. And from there, the EXP route is going to go pretty bananas.
Yeah, it's actually incredible how, like, we talk about optimization, and you look at like an RPG like this, just how tight everything is, like Void and Iceblue are talking about. The money routing, like, legitimately coming down to like a few coins here and there. Like, if Iceblue misses a couple, like in the minecart section or something coming up, that might have to switch up the routing that we do later on. The EXP routing to have it exactly set up to where you have a move right before a fight that you will need it for. Oh my gosh. And now I'm going to shut up because there's one of the greatest cutscenes in the game right here. We got your boy, the undisputed MVP of Super Mario RPG Remake speedrunning. We got Mallow.
This is the true main character.
For the occasion, my shirt currently is...
Yo, your boy.
Your boy.
Yeah.
It's
He is
your
best
boy.
though.
Mallow is the GOAT in this run. The absolute GOAT.
Yeah, the reason being is Spike mentioned earlier those boosts. So whenever you have full chain, the boost that Mallow gives when he's out in the party is a 25% increase to all of your special attacks. And you combine that with Mallow's natural ability of, affinity of AoE elemental attacks, and the damage racks up like extremely quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he also has this tendency to make it rain.
That's my kind of bro right there.
There's nothing like a good crime.
Dude. Did we ever decide if this lady was RNG, where she moves from?
She is.
Let's go! Let's go, uncontrollable time loss. I love it.
Yep.
It's maybe like a second of variance.
I'm looking in chat.
Still...
Chat is popping off saying that we just hit 20K.
Yo, 20K! Let's go!
Let's go!
Uncontrollable gaming going on the stream, but also in the chat, in the donate box. I tell you what, as we're making our way over, as we're hearing the line about the bazooka right here, Tempest, do we have any donations we need to be reading off?
Spike, I would absolutely love to read them donos for you all. And of course, yes, as we just mentioned, that is indeed $20,000. Congratulations, chat. I knew you all could do it. And oh boy, we have quite a bit of donations coming at us. For instance, Normaki with $250, yes, that being our earlier runner. Paying my runner's tax for slight missteps. Thank you again for having me, RPGLB, and thank you all for all you do for Nami. Good luck on the remaining runners. Thank you so much, Nori, and great job on your indivisible run as well. Oh, this one was also kind of funny. I kind of have to do this one. Kyram08 with $20. Let's go fire alarm! I mean, Culex. Yeah, that's it. Culex.
Heck yeah, my fire alarm made money for charity. Let's go.
Let's go.
Shout out
Fire
to
Alarm actually being the fourth commentator of this run.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up, folks.
Oh,
this
he
only
didn't
happens
move.
at the best of marathons.
Of course it's a special encounter.
Let's go.
I had no doubt. Like, after seeing you get that encounter, I had no doubt.
So this screen right here, we have got our first instance of a star. So what the stars do is they let you defeat enemies and you get experience for it. It is actually a set amount of experience. It's based on the number of enemies you kill with it. 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's 10. So he's trying to do this very specific strat where he gets all of them stuck up. Was that 20?
That was 18.
That was 18, okay.
Yep.
Where he defeats a certain amount of the canines that come from the right side, and you just stand right in front of the load zone and let the two of them feed into you. That's a little more precise than it looks exactly where you need to stand. If you're a little too far left or right on the axis, then one of them will get by you, and all of a sudden you have to potentially chase them down. It kind of ruins it. So right there, now we get to play Croco's little mini game. They definitely gave this man 20/20 vision in Remake. This dude can see you from anywhere. So yeah, like trying to like finagle around him. Iceblue doing the correct thing there based on this pattern. Just waiting for him to turn
it's
around.
actually faster to just wait for him than to run around it.
And
Yeah, I
now
don't
we go
even know if
into
it's
the Croco
possible to
fight.
run around him without him turning around and catching you there.
So now you're going to be seeing, and you can see that statistic we were talking about, how every 2 times you jump, your base power for it goes up. So now he's at the 5 chain. So that means he's going to be at max power from Mallow, pumping up those jumps, giving it a 25% buff just by him being in the party. And you can also see those jumps slowly getting stronger. They went from 54 up to 57 there. So again, the more we use it, the stronger it's going to get. It's a really good base tool, and you're going to be seeing it utilized even to the end of the run in some instances.
Gauge up, by the way.
Gauge up.
Oh, gauge up.
But yeah, like Spike mentioned, like by the end of the run, like the single jump attack does actually really good DPS. So it still gets used on Smithy, the final boss. So yeah.
Yeah, good job, Mallow. You did that. And he did. You might say, oh, Mario kind of carried that fight. No, dude, Mallow was a 25% buff the whole time. And again, as we go through it, Mallow also will be much more active in these fights as we go along, including this very next one we're about to do.
Yep. Like mentioned earlier, though, pit stop to the shop so we can buy.
Oh, right. That's
yeah,
why.
you have to sell the wallet, the wallet of that
Like,
poor guy.
how are we already out of cash? I bought one
right?
thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
instead
so-
of turning in the wallet, which we turned it into that blue, the blue-headed toad down there, instead of turning in the wallet, we instead just sell it. 'Cause, he don't need it. There could have been like $1,000 in there, and we just sold it for 123 coins.
Yeah, the shopkeeper like sifted through the wallet. I was like to imagine like there's like $1 million in there, but he's like, for the leather, I'll give you $100. Sure. I always love that right there because Mac, or in this game, Clay Morton, very famous skip. It's really one of the only major skips in the Super Nintendo version of this game. We can't skip him here, but it feels like it's a subtle little nod. That, we're making that.
that's-
Screw that shyster in particular.
Oh,
Yeah, like nice amount of damage to him.
Okay, this might not be terrible.
Yeah, might have to use
I think you can
something
still make it work,
early. Yeah, definitely of all of his attacks, every solo attack in this game can be blocked. The biggest thing you don't want to see from him is the flame wall. Yeah, flame, you can even dodge that. Those are sorts of attacks you couldn't dodge on the original, but you can, with good timing, do it now. So it makes it even more skill-based. It's great. Throwing in those thunderbolts, throwing in those jumps. We got one flame wall right there. Would like to not see a second one. He's going to skip his turn right here.
Okay. I'll just have to buy another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't. Calculated.
Convenient.
Calculated.
Let's go.
Never punished, by the
Never
way.
punished.
Yeah, I believe that's a 25% chance that you would get a freebie right there, or is it a 1/3? I forget. I'm making
I
numbers
forget,
up.
yeah.
I think all freebies in SMRPG Remake are a 1 in 3. Yeah.
Okay. And
According
that's
to
normalized
known
across all
SMRPG
items.
scientist Bitch01.
Yes, that was a really nice bailout right there. So now we don't have to worry about, because like you were saying, oh, just buy another honey syrup that costs like $10. The coin routing is tight. Like having to buy one extra there might have potentially cost us a bomb usage later on. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
been
the Mushroom
fine.
Kingdom economy is in shambles. You have to understand.
Yeah, with the like abolishment of selling flower tabs, yeah, the whole economy is in shambles.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, nice max skip, Iceblue.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I was trying to say there at the beginning of the fight, but yeah, it's the fastest way to do it is not just running up straight up the carpet. You saw Iceblue do that little movement behind the shysters. It sort of makes you jump over and you do a little skip of a minor cutscene, actually. And it feels like a subtle nod from the devs that, oh, okay, we're not going to let you skip the whole boss like you do in the original, but you can skip this little bit of dialogue. And it's fun.
Yeah, you can skip like half the cutscene.
Yeah. I think that's like the biggest like skip that we've found so far, other than like shaman skip in Bellome.
Yeah, fortune skip, but that's going to come later. Actually, a new mechanic that we haven't pointed out is the ability to warp to the world map. That actually, they actually like give you a tutorial on that after Croco. And we make use of that extensively throughout the run to save time at various points.
Yeah, sometimes
that
it's
one
just
that
faster.
Iceblue just did to warp to the world map right after the Mushroom Kingdom cutscene. It saves like very minor time, but like some of them do save a good bit.
There's actually instances of teleporting to the same map is actually faster than
Yep.
actually like just like, you know, running out of a building or something. Like you'll see that in Rosetown coming up, where we just teleport back to Rosetown and just to get to the front.
Yeah, the warps are very, very fast. And now we get below me.
I
Below
think
me.
it's because I had to use that. I think I might be one jump shy, so he's gonna live with 1 HP.
Did you not have to use? Oh.
Oh no! I used it.
No, you're perfect.
Yeah, you
you're
used it on
perfect.
the Shine More,
shyster.
or the bodyguard, whatever.
Yeah. That shyster got destroyed, dude.
Yeah.
69 HP. He only has 30. You killed him twice over. It was great.
All
Good
right,
RNG
shout
on the
out.
Balloon fight. So on
shout
turn
outs
2,
to
Balloon
not
can
getting sleep
use either a
sauce.
physical or
Yep.
he can use a sleep sauce, which will put one of your characters to sleep. And if that happens, then you really need to adjust the fight. There's basically like a whole like flow chart of how the fight is supposed to go if one of your characters gets slept.
As a turn-based RPG speedrunner, I love moments like that where it's like, all right, we've got 5 different variants on this fight we got to do. But sometimes it's nice when it's just like, all right, here's the chill version. Because below me is almost exactly nice, killing him with exactly the amount of HP. That was great.
Nice.
Depleting that HP.
Our jump routing in this game actually sets us up to take out Bellome at exactly his HP value.
Yep.
So now, did we want to do it?
Do we do it?
Are we singing it?
I think you should lead it, and we will follow.
I'm down.
We are on a very slight delay over the powers of the internet.
Oh yeah. That's a good point, Spike.
All right, so there's a song for this place.
Yep. Shouts to Tokyo 90.
All right, so the song is literally just K Kona down the river. 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 K Kona down the river.
Well, the Discord delay with the Discord delay. Discord delay.
I might have miscounted my
shouts
coins.
to Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo 90 came up with that song, and it's just become a thing.
It's become one of the many things.
Next time we go to karaoke, I'm gonna make him sing it.
I think I miscounted my coins. I might be at 11, so we might get an extra text box.
Runs over, reset.
Yeah.
It's all over.
It's Jover.
What you want to get here is exactly 60 coins. This money, chat, is not real. It's like you're at a carnival. You might think, well, don't you want to get as many coins as you can if the coin routing's so tight? None of it matters. None of it's going to go in your wallet. You're going to hand it over to the nice carny at the end of the
mugged at the end of this thing.
Yeah, he takes all your money. If you get at least 60, he gives you a frog coin, which is real money. Yeah. But if for any you go over 60, you don't get to keep that either, and you just get an extra text box of him saying you're trying too hard.
Sure would have been nice to be able to keep this money in this economy, but
like what I imagined him saying. So yeah, Iceblue's got a very specific route that he goes down here. He goes down the river in order to get these 60. That's why he's not going all the routes to get like the optimal, like, you know, the most amount of coins. Because we just need the 60.
I love how they added the extra fish that like comes from like behind you.
Dude, and the first couple of times, my man's a little jerkwad.
Yeah.
As he's coming up behind you.
You have to let the fish come uncomfortably close to you.
Oh, 60.
Yeah, we got the 60. Let's go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like dodging a Dark Souls boss. You got to get him right, let him get right up on top of you before you hit that dodge button.
You did not just compare SMRPG Remake to Dark Souls.
Listen, would you rather fight Melania or would you rather have that fish coming up on your booty?
I never got past Capra Demon, so.
Oh, no.
Dude, no one did. Don't let anyone in chat tell you they got past Capra Demon. They're lying. Those dogs are a menace. What's
the dog doing?
Tempest, what was the word you used to describe what hooligans are? What
the tadpole doing, you mean?
Yeah, I think that is, I think it was hooligans, pretty sure.
Yeah, hooligans is pretty good. Hooligans is definitely one of my favorite words.
Y'all. I'm going to ruin this game for you. Whenever Frogfucius floats in, all you hear is, ooh, woo, ooh, woo, ooh, woo.
No!
It's just all ooh, woos. That's it.
It's Jover.
That is truly Jover, dude.
Oh, that's precious.
Oh, man, it's over. Chad, if you're not going to donate for that, I don't know what you will donate for. Actually, you know what? There's a very sad thing that we're about to learn on screen.
Don't spoil it.
I just
let the game do it.
Yeah, let's let it happen.
Chat, I got some disappointing news for you.
As Frogfucius gets, Frog Sage. His new name is Frog Sage.
Yeah, they renamed Frogfucius, but no one calls him Frog Sage in the community.
Yeah, it's Frogfucius.
I forget every time.
No, it's Frogfucius.
My dude.
All right, chat. I got some bad news. Our boy Mallow here. Our boy Mallow is not a tadpole.
No!
Oh my god!
Propaganda.
Down the river.
Not the King Kona.
Not the King Kona. That river was so lit. God, I'm sad now.
All right, so now we've gotten the sad news that Mallow is just not a tadpole. We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to Roseway.
Oh, so that's how we recover from these terrible news?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's $20 that we got to grab here. And, you know, with $20, chat, you know what you could do with $20? You could donate towards the Culex incentive. Yeah? Yeah.
Dude, that was a smooth transition. I like that.
Actually, Ice, you say
Yes.
that.
Yes.
You say that, but I also forgot to mention that in hitting 20K, we also got that Culex incentive.
We
You're
got
gonna be
the
fighting
incentive.
The big guy.
Oh, baby.
Let's
Let's go. Yo, shout outs to everybody who's donated towards that incentive. Big shout outs to y'all. Thank y'all. All right, so now we get to see a lovely character here. Our best friend Bowser, who also produces the best dialogue box in the game, but not right here, though.
Bowser is so good in this game.
He really is.
My boy.
I always wondered in this part, like while they're introducing the characters, when do Goombas ever do this attack?
Brown.
Don't worry about it.
Dude, that should be an attack they use in, like, I don't know, one of like the 80 new Super Mario Brothers games or something. You just walk by and they go, where? And the whole screen flashes brownish red. You're like, oh God, are they coming for me?
All right, so Rosetown is the first instance of us warping back to the same zone just to kind of speed things up here. Because we're going to come here, grab some frog coins and some flowers. We also have some sussy music time.
Something's going on. Yo, nice jump off the Unity guy. That was great.
Yeah, it's a tricky jump. That's bad.
So we're gonna, like, instead of going down the staircase and exiting the house, we're just gonna warp back to Rosetown and go straight to the entrance. And now we're gonna talk to Gaz.
It's Gaz. It's your boy.
It's your
As we are
boy.
coming up on another one of the most beloved characters in gaming history that showed up in one video game. As we get up to that point, like, I know we did hit past that $20,000 mark. I'm sure we got more donations. Gamers, let's keep the donations coming in. Tempest, can you sing some sweet nothings into all our ears as we're chilling out
I
to
was holding
Rosetown?
down, but okay.
Sweet nothings. Oh, what a challenge. Well, I'll accept that. Quite frankly, we've got a lot to run through, so I'm going to get by as many of them as I possibly can. We're going to start with Keanu for $20, simply reading out Hee-Ho. And I know we've got a Shin Megami Tensei run with a Save Jack Frost incentive, so I'm pretty sure that potential is going to a certain someone, I would imagine. We also had Wells with $200. Good luck, Ice. We're all counting on you.
Yo, thank you, Wells. All right. Best
Man
cutscene in the
Jingles
entire
on,
game.
$25, by the way. Oops, sorry.
I'll just
But
say,
no
this is the
comment,
best cutscene.
and yeah.
Yeah, the best cutscene right here. We can chill too. They animated this based on my memory as a child from 1996 to perfection, to absolute perfection, with his little bump into the table and everything. It's so good. It's so good.
Speaking of that bump, I always make the joke, and it's like whenever Gino like becomes like, you know, actually like becomes the doll, and like he gets up and he can't walk, he falls and then he slams into like the counter. That's like I resonate with that. Like whenever like I have to use the restroom and I'm like doom scrolling social media for 40 minutes, and you get up and your legs just don't work.
I was about to say, like, that's me on a Sunday morning.
So like,
the same way we
here's like live action footage of me like on a Sunday morning getting up and I'm just like, ugh.
No, I don't wanna.
And then this happens and I'm just like, ugh.
Oh gosh.
Checking to see if the feet and legs work, and then suddenly he just knows how to walk. Yep.
Yeah. Then he's
That
all
is exactly.
business.
It's literally to perfection.
Now, one thing I want to know as we're about to get into this absolute banger that is the redone Rose Forest.
Facts.
Yeah, how close are we on that Culex incentive? Because I want to see
We bet
3D
it.
Culex at the end of it.
Oh,
We bet
Net it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
then we're good. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, no, it's we're gonna be beating Culex up.
Well,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
get the
and with
next
some-
Final Fantasy 7's after this. It's probably got some stuff. Shin Megami
yeah.
Tensei 5,
I
we
mean,
got so much.
y'all could slap it to runner's choice. My runner's choice is save Jack Frost.
We actually got
Based.
some pretty difficult execution also right here going on that Iceblue's having to deal with. We got to bounce on this Wiggler 10 times in a row. If we don't land on him 10 times before he goes back into the log, we cry. So that's one cry right there. How many tears can we get at Iceblue tonight? We're one
I
for
cry
2.
every time.
And he is random how he moves. There's 4 different patterns he can give you. Oh, we're 2 for 3. We're batting real well. Oh, I like the walk off of the log. Let's go. Oh, can we get him? No!
That was absolute greed. That's okay. I understand completely. We were so close. We were so close.
So close. We were pogging in the streets.
I had to go for the greed.
Yep. But yeah, so we need 4 frog coins from these wigglers to get up to 22 by Seaside Town on top of all of the other faster frog coins out there. And also, jumping on wigglers gives us some extra cash that is indeed going to be very useful.
Here's the thing. You just got $9 extra right there. We good, baby.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
gooch.
$9 extra is like easily a subscription to RPG Limit Break.
Yeah.
That's almost a tier 2.
That is almost a tier 2.
Also picking up stuff like the Red Essence, the Coca-Colas. Coca-Colas are basically, I never really thought about it growing up. They're mega elixirs. They heal your HP and your FP. It's great. And Red Essence you are a god for 3 turns. You cannot
Oh, wait,
be
Red
damaged.
Essence. Wait, I thought Red Essence healed like body aches. Isn't that
Is that-
It relieves
is that
back
what it says
pain.
in the
It
quiz?
relieves. Yeah, there we go. It relieves back pain.
Ah, my man.
That's one of the answers for the quiz that we do later.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
every single
that's
time
great.
that comes up, I laugh
Yeah, same. That's
because
never
I'm
gets
always
old.
just like, I need one of those, please, thanks. All right, this is the worst section of the entire place.
Yeah, the bees, they blow.
These bees, the hitbox under the bees is probably like 3 skyscrapers tall.
Oh my goodness.
And if they get just low enough, you run into an encounter, and they're faster than you.
Yeah.
And if you lose chain before you're here, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. But yeah, like if the bee is at its lowest point, then you can interact with its hitbox just by running. And that's really annoying because, yeah, if you get into an encounter, the bee will outspeed you and attack you, and it's just, yeah. Kind of
All right,
gross.
got a small little focus point here. There's a thing that we actually haven't gone over yet. Toad assists in this game. I have to hit a precise spot on the rotation in order to get a flower essence for Gino, which raises his attack power and fully restores my FP. And it's a small window to hit it, so I'm gonna kind of focus here as soon as the battle starts, of course.
Yeah. Right after these cutscenes.
Yeah.
Right after this news from our sponsor. No, because you have just enough FP to get off 6 Geno or Geno boosts. Geno beams. I thought of all of his moves before the beams. Sorry, I haven't played this game in months.
Gino
But,
Flash, Gino Blast.
I was
something.
which one? I don't know. Terrorize. I don't know.
Shocker.
Shocker. You were doing Shocker, right? Let's do Shocker. Yeah, just don't do that and a few attacks afterwards. So you don't have the extra FP to work with if you don't hit this flower essence. So if we are not able to hit this effectively slot machine, just a controlled slot machine to some extent, then we're going to be fighting Bowyer for a couple extra turns. So
Y'all want
let's
to
see how it
explain
goes.
why we have this so precise after I get the jump? So like how the Bowyer fight is like completely set up? Because we fully RNG manipulate this fight, basically.
Yeah, Void, why don't you take that one? I'm gonna make you.
Yeah, I can try. I can try.
right, hold on.
First things first. Let's see Iceblue hit that.
Oh,
Very nice.
he's cracked! Let's go, baby!
So yeah, now because Gino is the one who used Toad Assist, the Flower Essence is going to give the attack boost to Gino. And because Gino is a higher level than the rest of your party when he joins, that is going to rack up a lot of damage really quickly. But yeah, so the way the Boyer fight works is Boyer is going to lock one of those buttons every other turn based on what actions you end up doing over the course of those 2 turns. And depending on the button he locks, that influences his moveset. And having him lock X is actually the best outcome for us because it does not allow him to use static electricity, which is an AoE attack. And it also does not allow him to use Good Night, which puts one of your characters to sleep. So all you can do is single target spells and physical attacks, which can all be blocked. And from there, all you do is just Geno Beam him away and defend with your other 2 characters until you're out of flower points, at which point you just finish him off with a couple Geno physicals. Because the attack boost actually carries over on both your attacks and your special attacks.
Yeah, there's a hidden mechanic in this fight that they do not tell you about.
Yeah, it's like a counter. It's like depending on the action that you do, the counter increases, and if the counter goes over a certain threshold, then Boyer locks a different button.
Yeah. Nice, perfect fight right there. Beautiful to see from Iceblue. Yeah, it's a weird fight in that it also affects how aggressive he is, and in addition to the buttons that he locks, like we're talking about with the RNG manipulation. Because I know Void, you had come up with a route somewhat early on where potentially we were going to use more Mario jumps. We were going to use, both Geno's physical attacks more and like overall try to save a turn or 2 on him. But you actually lost out on it because using that many attacks made Bowyer do other attacks, including all of his AoEs on top of all that.
Exactly,
which would cause potential like death of characters and just extra animations. So it's actually faster just to make it effectively a one-on-one fight, Geno versus Bowyer. Because then every other turn, Bowyer will only lock a button and not actually send out an attack.
So the way it turned out actually is very interesting because we were buying safety items in Tadpole Pond for this fight before, like when we were doing the old like just physical and Mario jump strat on Boyer, and he would just use static E and just ruin our day. And we'd had to use safety items to like back ourselves up for that. But when we decided to cut out that menu is when we reverted to that strat, and we just figured out, oh, okay, like if Boyer cannot use static electricity, then we're good. We're so good.
Yeah, because you could just block everything else.
And also something else worth mentioning, because there's just so much to talk about this game. This game this game introduces a bunch of new mechanics for battles, and triple moves is one of them. So once your gauge is fully built, you're allowed to use a triple move, and the triple moves will come in handy at various points throughout this run. Star Riders is the one you're going to see the most often, which is the one that we use right there, is the triple move with Mario, Geno, and Mallow. And it just does a ton of damage to one single target. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to be seeing it in a few minutes once we're done with the next section. But now coming up in Moleville is going to be a pretty nice shopping sequence. We're going to buy some weapons for the next dungeon, and we're also going to buy some work pants, which are, besides the super suits, basically the best armor in the game.
Yeah, they're the only armor other than the super suit that actually raises your attack as well. I believe it's attack, special attack, and even your speed goes up with them.
Yep,
like,
correct.
They're unreal. I don't know. Square was just like, yeah, sure, they can have these. This is fine this early in the game. So yeah, other than the work pants, you will be getting the super suit later on for doing your 100 super jumps, hopefully, and that's it. That is our armor for the rest of the game.
All right, Moleville Mines. Fun place. Probably the worst star in the game that we're going to be utilizing.
So easy to lose time in here, yeah.
Yeah. The star in this later, after you fight the next boss here, it's pure RNG on the first bomb that you have to hit with it. And sometimes that bomb can just turn around and just walk to like Albuquerque, New Mexico. And you're just like, oh, okay, all right, well, I guess I'm 5 experience short.
Everybody's got their own, like, it's often, but I always say Timbuktu. It's like, this thing's off in Timbuktu. All of a sudden, everyone's got their own.
Also, somebody set up a spring in here just for me to bust my noggin open here.
Right. I think I talked about that last time I was with, I was doing commentary for Void's Run in my event last month. We were just like, dude, game developers, they know gamers. They see a spring, I'm hopping.
Oh, we're jumping on it.
Yeah, there's just this
right.
uncontrollable urge to jump on the spring. No matter what happens, I have to jump on the spring.
Like, no one in the history of this video game was like, oh, let me kind of go around and explore a little bit. Like, nope, spring, jump on it.
Spring first. So this is a pretty interesting spot. I really like how we've utilized how to catch Croco here. So instead of chasing him, we're gonna re-enter this screen here, and then we're gonna run over here, do a little dance, jump this way, and then we're gonna stand in front of this door. And there's Croco again.
There's Croco. Yeah, that is actually faster because you cut out a bunch of screen transitions, and Croco just is a lot faster than you. Now we go into the fight. This is a fight where basically all of your physical attacks have a 20% chance of missing. So hopefully that doesn't happen. In order to avoid that RNG a little bit to mitigate with Mallow, Mario, we're going to be having use jump instead, continuing to power it up, and those will be 100% hits. Other than that, we bought the upgraded weapons for all three of them back in Moleville, or here in Moleville. So we should be having pretty good damage output, assuming our characters can see. If you're going to mess with someone, Mallow is probably the best one to mess with, just because he's doing the least amount of damage.
Hey, gauge up.
Gauge up, let's go. Oh, that's not who you want messing with it. So
yeah, Gino still does the most damage out of your party, so messing with Gino is extra bad.
Well, with Mallow also dead.
Yeah, your jump does less damage.
Yeah.
Should be dead here?
Nah, one more Gino attack.
Well, the one good thing about this is, one, we're going to end on 69, but two, we're actually going to be really, really close to 100, potentially for early on in Punchinello, which I think allows you to potentially use a faster strat. I haven't run this in a few months, so I don't know if that's changed or not.
Yeah, I think
we still want to use it on turn 3.
Personally, using Star Riders on turn 1 versus using it on turn 2 versus Punchinello is worse, but I think that's just preference. I honestly don't know if it ends up saving time.
Okay.
I would say it would probably save time on the animation of the small bombs coming out, but I feel like he does Sandstorm more often if you don't have that phase.
Yeah, he probably has one more opportunity to hit your head with Sandstorm.
All right, here's the worst bomb in the game right here.
Yep, Rage.
This bomb right here.
All right, my little dude.
He was nice.
He was nice today. Now we got to get the rest in. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 12. Let's keep going. Keep counting.
I think we're on 3, 4, 6, 8.
Oh, 45. Oh, hit him. We got the 1 coin. We got the safety coin. Let's go. Hit them all. Let's go, baby. Easy.
Nice. That was a very nice
4
start.
steps afterwards.
Yep. So this is a good point to tell you guys that the money route is so tight that we have to grab 1 coin out of that chest, which I ended up calling the Ligma chest back when we were routing this game.
That is true.
1, by the way.
1.
Yeah, I don't know who this boss is. I've never heard of him before.
You boy? The hardest to block base physical attack in the game?
He just wants to be famous.
Want to become famous?
To answer that, chat, yes, there is a low-level run. Yep. Basically, every run that is in the original is also in here, plus extras. Like, you want to run Breezy. You want to run No Super Suit. There's a bunch of different categories. Now we're going to be utilizing that Star Riders. Bam, doing massive damage right there. Using it on Mallow's turn, because Mallow, again, is going to be doing the least amount of damage anyways. And now that gauge drops back to 0. And we want to be filling it up because, again, we're going to be utilizing that all throughout the run. As soon as it fills back up, there will be an advantageous spot for us to utilize it soon.
I'm just glad we didn't get sandstormed.
Yes. Sandstorm is easily the worst thing he can do here. It casts Fear on you, which halves your damage output, and it doubles the damage done to you. Yep. You can still block stuff. You can still perfect block stuff for 0. But yeah, it's awful. The fight gets approximately 12 minutes slower. It's awful. Don't let it happen.
You literally lose 2 years.
Thankfully, this was a perfect fight. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to everyone. We have crossed $21,000.
let's
Let's
go.
raising money for Nami. Tevis, do we have any donations we want to read out before we bring our K-Kona talents over to the minecart section?
Oh my god, I have so many to read. It's not even funny. We'll start with a big one, though. Anonymous with no comment, but it's $500, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your generosity. We are really racking some stuff up. But let's go with some a familiar friendo here. We got LLK worth $15.
Hey.
Hi, it's me, LLK. French Toast got me the Mario RPG remake last year during the holiday season, and I acted like the biggest cartoon weirdo while playing it. I loved the original Mario RPG, so I recited most of the jokes from memory and sought out all the secrets like a homing pigeon operating on pure instinct. Donation goes to that Culex fight, baby. And yes, thank you, LOK. We got that fight. We're going to be seeing it all right. And of course, thanks to all your generous donations as well. We also had $25 from Alice Rajasu. What is your favorite Super Mario RPG besides Remake? I'm a big fan of Super Mario RPG X-2 personally, but Super Mario RPG Tactics was an interesting take on the series.
That got me. I was like, wait, X? Wait, did I?
All right. There's a new variation of the song where you just go.
Masher strats.
Dude, what if that was like pumping in Super Metroid?
Oh my god.
Every time you press it, you advance forward a pixel. True toxicity, dude.
I hate it.
People will be like, I'm gonna take the time loss. I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna mute my game here, sorry.
People literally aren't gonna speedrun this game anymore.
So here, yeah, mushrooms give you a little boost and everything. They definitely, I didn't speedrun the original, so I can't say. In some ways, it got a little more precise how to like round corners.
It absolutely did.
Yeah.
So, and now you got.
Actually, you have to brake for like 10 years before taking the corner in this in Remake.
Again, that coin routing is tight. Each of these coins are worth 1, not 10. There'd be so much money here if those are worth 10 each. That'd be all.
Yeah, that would solve all of our problems, basically.
Oh, the big job! Let's go! Shoutouts to the RPG Remake dev team who decided to make that skip possible. That is not possible on the original. But it always kind of looked like you could. They made
it was speculated, yeah.
I got robbed there, by the way.
Yeah. Again, rounding corners in this version is hard. Out, scoot. Still nice. Sub 90 going into the last room. Could this be the sub 150? Could it happen?
Oh, what's happening?
I think it might be.
Oh, man. This was, as it always is with speedrunning. Oh, there's a timer involved? Okay, we're going to grind this part.
Yeah.
I remember Oxfus posting like day 2, like, yeah, I got a 142.
Yeah, I don't remember what the minecart
well,
record is now. I think it's like a 141.
Yeah, it's like so optimized.
You put a timer on screen. I'm telling you. Those Nintendo World Championship, that cart that's going to come out here in the next month or 2 for the Switch. Oh my gosh. That's all it is, speedrun times.
Oh, and like normal Mario RPG tradition, we're not going to use the front door. We're going to use the roof. Because doors are for, casual players. We're speedrunners.
They're happy to see their kids back.
Yeah,
Mike
like
is so
$6,000 roof repair too.
Hey, do you want to fix that? Mario leaves. He never comes back.
I love the big gaping hole that you just see.
Yeah.
All right, so now the only reason we didn't map warp out of here is because we actually have to experience this cutscene to learn about Booster Pass and Booster Tower.
The game actually does not allow you to map warp inside that house.
Yep.
Yeah, it needs you to hit certain flags before you can do it.
So now that we know that Booster exists, now we can map warp, and we're gonna go to one of my favorite cutscenes, and also the best piece of dialogue box in the game. Bowser just has the best lines.
Picking up our first rock candy of the run back there. Rock candy, just a really strong item. AoE, non-elemental. Yeah, we'll be picking up a handful of those. You get that one right there, and all the others are at the end of the game. Like, it's hard to find them in the middle of the game. But there's that one. It's hidden. It's nice.
Shout outs to the Bowser crying face.
So good.
So good.
Hey, how you been? All right, coming up after Peach realizes that there's people. I don't know how she hears people talking from how high this tower is, but
right.
Supersonic hearing, I guess. All right, Bowser gets the best dialogue box here when he just shoos Mario out of the way. Out of my way, shorty.
Out of my way, shorty.
Look at that absolute strut. He's walking out of town, dude.
Also, there's a joke in my community that someone made on release day. Bowser is now officially a DoorDash driver, because this is pretty much how DoorDash drivers are when they deliver your food. Just like, here's your food delivery.
I'd be upset for like 2 seconds seeing my door was destroyed, but if I saw it was Bowser, I'd be like, oh my God.
Big
Yeah,
fan.
you would give him a tip.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you for destroying my door.
Bam.
I love the little booster peak there.
Oh, what they up
Lurking
to?
in.
Now making your way up Booster Tower. This is definitely one of the first, like, really difficult, just like, I would say movement sequences throughout the run.
Yeah, there's
a lot of
big
dodging
movements
of very
happening here.
specific enemies everywhere. You have to pick up a lot of items. There's even a couple rooms where if you get into a fight with an enemy, you can't run away from it. Especially all the sniffets and all the fireballs and the checkerboard room coming up.
And also this sweet soundtrack.
So good.
This room is I hate this room so much.
Yeah, the civets kind of tick.
The Sniffets have such a wide hitbox in this game,
Yeah.
and I've run into those Sniffets many a times, and that fight, it just stinks.
Yeah, which again, you cannot run from the civets, so that's a bit of a problem. Nice, first try Unity jump. Let's go. He's a master.
That's another annoying jump in this version. Sometimes
A lot
it's
of
just
times
one
you'll just play it
register.
out and be like, jump again.
Yeah, exactly.
This checkerboard room has invisible enemies that'll pop up through the floor that you also cannot run from. But Iceblue has played this game before, and he also has the benefits of having game facts open, so he can know where they are, jump over them.
Yeah.
This fight, you technically back there can skip that chain chomp, but it's ridiculously difficult. They moved the chain chomp up on that block to where he's right at the front of it. So there's like a single pixel you can land on in front of them and then jump over him. And then it's semi-random when you jump over him if the one behind him will then like move in a certain way to get you. So basically all runners are just like, I'm just jumping on the chain chomp and I'll run away.
Yep, pretty much. Like, basically every runner just forces that encounter.
Ooh, nice save
swag.
block jump. Let's go.
I've been
Little time
practicing.
save there.
Yeah, there's a little, once again, a couple pixels you can stand on the corner of that save block and jump up, cut out having to walk around. Save you a couple seconds. It's the swag that counts.
All right, so here's where one of our biggest route changes happened recently. Well, not recently,
Yeah.
probably like a couple months ago. we actually found out that it's actually faster to just lose this mini game as opposed to winning it, because we actually don't even need the amulet or the booster charm in this game. I call things by the Super Nintendo names, so like Mac, Yaridovich, the amulet, everything. I call everything by the SNES name.
Frogfucius.
Yeah, Frogfucius. So like we actually found out that the amulet is not as fast as we thought it was, and by losing this mini game 3 times, we actually saved about 50 seconds over the run.
That's ridiculous. It saves that much time because this mini game right here of like having to avoid the Sithets behind the curtain is that slow. You'd rather intentionally just lose it 3 times, take the fight, and give up one of the better accessories in the game you can find in that amulet, booster's charm, whatever.
Also, and I think it's really helpful because we get booster drops 147 coins, which is very, very, very nice for our routing.
It will cause you, I do believe, like, again, I'm newer to watching this newer route right here, but you're going to be utilizing the rock candy right here as opposed to the knife guy, great guy fight coming up.
Unless we freebie it.
Oh, everyone hold on to your butts.
I already got my freebie luck earlier.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that one allowed us to stay on route.
So with the new version as well, it also introduced character swaps in game.
The pain train.
Let's go. This is so hyped, dude.
The pain train, let's go.
Oh, you need to attack with Mallow on the no terrorize fight of this
yes.
booster? Okay.
The 23 damage matters.
I cannot believe that is 50 seconds faster. That's nuts.
Yeah.
The mini game takes like 3 minutes. It's so
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you're telling me we would still be in that mini game now for another minute? That's
roughly, yeah. All right. Worst fight in the game right here.
All right. Come on. Don't 1 in 100 us.
Spike, you are banned from commentary. Holy cow.
That is the absolute worst you could happen.
Chat, you just saw a 1%.
My god. Oh my god.
This is
terrible.
This is this is a thing.
I can't believe what we just witnessed, chat.
I can't even believe it. And I'm the one that's reading donations. I'm not even playing the game.
It's a double 10% there, by the way.
That's okay. So yeah, this fight went giga off the rails because what that is doing is it is inflicting fear on both of them. Similar to what we were saying with Sandstorm earlier, they now take double damage and they deal out half as much damage. So and now Bowser's asleep. Mario died earlier, so we lost a turn. Absolute nightmare fuel right here. If you're an SMRPG remake speedrunner. Yeah, so each of them is a 90% chance for it to
Mario's
hit.
dying again.
So missing both is a literal 1% that y'all just saw for this marathon run.
Yeah, and all the damage that we needed to hit Great Guy there with was just mitigated by just nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, sucks to miss, doesn't it, Knife Guy?
All
This
right,
fight has gone on
back.
so long that Knife Guy is not feared anymore.
Yeah, he's like, nah, man, I'm pretty chill, actually. And Chad, yes, we should blame me for that. I haven't seen Knife Guy die second in 20 years.
Ideally, the fight goes terrorize, fire orb or fire whatever it's called, fire orb.
Fireball in the remake.
Yeah, and then attack on GG, and then I think it's attack and then fire orb on knife guy again.
Yeah, because essentially, if knife guy is feared, then 2 fireballs kill him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that didn't happen, so we had to go a little bit off script. Did you? By the way, did you end up freebieing a pick me up in that fight?
I did not.
Okay, well, rage.
I'm gonna stop into the Merrymore shop.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's enough for. Let's regroup. And,
yeah, exactly.
Wow, that was incredible.
Oh, okay.
Also, predict how many flowers Iceblue is gonna get on this Booster Hill minigame.
I'm gonna say 9. We're gonna go 9. We missed the first one right there, but that's okay.
I'm crying if I get 9.
Crying.
Oh my God.
I don't know what your normal is. If I get 9, I might
get 9. This is bad.
Oh, Chad, we can
Spike already changed the run once, you know, so he could do it again.
Yeah, so this guy, I feel like this guy may be a little harder on the remake than it was on the original. Mario feels a little more slippery how he just kind of moves around on this from side to side. But yeah, other than that, it does introduce literal harder barrels to jump off of the red ones. They come at you really, really fast. So unless you know they're coming, you're probably going to whiff them. I do like Iceblue using the straight down Broadway strategy. Utilize the middle ones as much as you can.
Oh. I'm only at like 5 right now.
Oh, 6. I need 3 more. And then I'm going to get a new pair of shoes, baby.
Yeah, this is bad.
We're going to bring it back. I can feel it.
I'm like really terrible at hitting the red ones.
The red ones are very hard. I can't hit them unless they're the top right one.
I think I'm at 8.
Yeah, you're at 8.
Bad.
Oh my gosh. This will be blame me if it's 9. Please let me be wrong.
It's 9.
Let's go, baby.
Close
so how
one,
many
close
did you
one.
want for that at this point?
Oh no, you got 9.
I needed like I think at least 12, but there's plenty of backups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna make a pit stop here because we ran out of pick-me-ups. Because
you might as well grab the backup flower in here, actually.
Is it a flower? I thought it was a no. This is a coin, ain't it?
Yeah, this is
coin? Yeah, that's a frog coin. I don't need that.
Oh, okay, my bad. I've played this game before, by the way.
Okay, like
World record holder, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, he does it. Oh.
Yeah, I think you'll have to warp back to Rosetown. Yeah.
Or Mushroom Kingdom, yeah, whatever.
We're gonna make a detour.
We've played this game before, by the way, gamers.
Hi, first time runner here. I forgot about this cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get to hear the best song in rock.
Yeah, let's go.
Honestly, banger. We wouldn't get to hear this otherwise. This is why you watch marathon runs, dude. Because stuff like this happens.
There you go. Nice.
Aw.
Okay, now we're cooking.
All right. A little bit of equipment adjustment there. We want Bowser to be slow here because we're going to be utilizing a strat that our low-level runners actually found out. I believe it was Pi and someone else, right?
Pi and Alan.
Yeah, probably Pi and Alan M initially found. This is the revolving door strategy, and it's so funny.
Also, make sure to put Mallow in the party before the fight, Iceblue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I got some time.
Yeah, because there was so much party swappage that was not supposed to happen in Knife Guy Great Guy. Yeah, you have to also know to adjust for that stuff. But effectively, yeah, I mean, we're gonna see it more when we actually get to the fight. But the revolving door strategy, by manipulating speed stats with very precise equipping of your characters and swapping them out at certain points, you can effectively give yourself extra actions per turn. Which, especially in a fight like like Bunt coming up, the cake, that's very, 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 very powerful. And it turns what is otherwise a very poopy fight into less poopy. It's still poopy.
Yeah, this fight still is not the greatest.
It's still poopy, but it's like a 7 out of 10 poopy instead of an 11 out of 10 poopy.
Oh, 7 out of 10 poopy.
I also they had an opportunity whenever like we pushed the sniffets into the door. They had an opportunity to add like a bunch of Looney Tunes sound effects with the crash. They could have like put like a loud cat meowing or something, some glass breaking. They missed opportunities here.
With this, for whatever reason, they made it a lot easier to catch the sniffets, unless they want to go Super Nintendo God mode. Like, they don't jump around nearly as much, but they made the timing for it to actually get the thing super tight. Right there, they went, here's your stuff. So
my favorite part of this entire cutscene is just this one sniffet just going absolutely bonkers in the cutscene.
Someone tell
the sniffet is going sicko mode.
Like you just see it out the corner of your eye. You just see the sniffet still just like dashing around and be like, I don't know what to do. What am I doing? What do I do? Hey, also, one of my favorite dialogue lines here. After we get the peach kiss, we get the feels like sandpaper line.
What?
I wish they would have kept they should have kept the sniffets here.
They're still freaking out. Like, in this cutscene as they're going by, they're still frantically looking. If you come back here 10 hours later, they're still looking.
That's essentially like what they're doing.
So I'm gonna throw this out. You can see on the side, it's got a little like cookie sandwich. I always thought that was like a comb in the Super Nintendo version. It looked very different. All right, so here we have Bunt. One of, I would say, the more demanding fights in the whole run right here. So the first phase of 3, we gotta just deal enough damage in order to take him out. And you see him swapping out for Bowser right there. And again, that allowed him to actually get in an extra turn. And that will be utilized later on as well to get even more turns in. As in particular, the scariest part of this fight by far is phase 2, the candles phase, the infamous candles phase, where it'll light up all 5 of the candles on the top of his head. Every time you hit him, it will put out one of them. No gauge up. Yeah, so make sure we end on Bowser here. Go ahead,
so it's important that we swap Mallow in there because Mallow has much lower speed, and this is the revolving door strat here, because we're gonna manipulate the next fight here. If you don't swap Mallow in, Gino goes first, and we want Mario to go first here.
So essentially swapping Mallow in serves twofold. It puts Gino on the bench, and Gino is actually the one that gives you the speed boost, which makes Bowser go faster than Bunt here. And the second reason why is because Mallow is useless in this fight, so he's basically used as a meat shield to preserve Gino's HP.
Yo, freebie, by the way.
Freebieing the red essence, very nice.
Let's go.
Yo, the miss, the double miss.
Yo, everybody's alive? Yo, and Blizzard don't do nothing. Oh man, everybody healthy? Right here, these are intentional not timings right now. Because we have a window here where, again, the damage doesn't matter. You just have to hit him, and then that will put out the candles. And by doing the swap right there, we get an extra turn. Nice blocks, nice reactions there from Iceblue. There's very subtle differences on some of those attacks. Now we just got to tap him one more time. Bowser going in for the kill. Phase 2 is down. We're going into phase 3 right here. Nobody is feared up. Oh, well, as I say that, we get hit with the sandstorm. And now Mario's okay. He still has the red essence on. I said that for the comedic value. Don't worry. And now we're going to jump on him because jumping on a cake is clearly its weakness. That's just gross. You wouldn't want to eat that afterwards. Yo, nice block. I love that. Do it again.
But as you can see, though, another advantage of the revolving door strat is that once you get to the Raspberry phase, you still have one turn of red essence on Mario, which means that if Raspberry decides to do the revenge sandstorm, then Mario still is not affected, so you can still get a lot of damage in with him.
So now we're gonna learn how to eat a cake.
Yeah.
I think we should boil it. But, the Sniffets disagree. We're just going to eat this in one bite.
I'm going to chuck it.
The entire, dialogue in this game is just so well done. I love every bit of dialogue in this game.
The cake
LK was talking about it in their donation earlier, that, so much of the dialogue from the original is so good. And they kept it, pretty darn. I know we've poked fun at a few things like new names and everything. They kept it pretty faithful.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like outside of a few things that are like very 90s references, like that were like at the time little dated lines. Like we still got the bazooka line and everything.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
like they removed the Bruce Lee reference.
Yeah,
that was like a notable one, I guess.
Yeah, the fact that they kept the
I got
bazooka
over
line
it pretty
in.
quick.
So nice job getting through Bunt. I always kind of think of this as like sort of the halfway-ish point of the run. And God, the run's already like almost halfway over. Like this runs so fast.
What you mean? I have another 3 hours for super jumps.
Oh, right, yeah. To adjust.
You didn't hear me say that, no.
No. That is like mentally when you're doing a run and you're not just like 100% consistent at super jumps. That is like a thought for me when I was doing runs. I was like, all right, this is the point where I'm going to watch these cutscenes. I'm just going to be stressing about hitting the 100 super jumps soon. Before we get to there, though, this is definitely the biggest part of downtime of the run. We got like 4 or 5 minutes of just cutscenes basically right here. Tempest, if you got any donations for us, I see we're up to $21,326 raised for Nami, an amazing cause.
Can we hit 22?
What is it? Yo, let's
Can we hit 22?
Yo, 22. Let's get to 22, baby. Let's get more of those donations read. More of those donations read, more donations in. I hear the Knights of, I'm gonna say Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars. You can meet the summon for that in Final Fantasy VII. Tempest, what do we got? Read some sweet nothings to me.
Oh, man. Boy, it would be my honor, Spike. We'll go ahead with another big one. Siren Ari with $250. My husband and I love Super Mario RPG and are so excited to see it run at RPG Limit Break this year. Good luck on the run, Iceblue, and here's to seeing Culex being destroyed in record time.
Yo, thank you for the big donation. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We also had Annie May Play with $25. Let's go, Gamer Iceblue.
Gamer Annie.
Oh, yeah. We got some gamers here. And then we also had Dr. Swellman with $10. Swellman here. I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of the RPG Limit Break team and their ability to put together an amazing event each year. I know this work isn't easy, but all of us who are either attending or watching it at home appreciate everything you all do, putting this toward SMTV's Demi-Fiend fight. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more, Swellman. And folks, I just gotta say, we gotta give it up for the wonderful volunteers and tech team. If y'all can just give a quick round of applause, that would be fantastic right now.
I can't, I'm button mashing.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot,
second controller,
buddy.
slap them together.
And we also had French Toast for $5, a follow-up to LOK's donation. Yeah, I did get LOK this game because I'm awesome.
Yo, shout-outs to French Toast. Both the breakfast and the person.
I was going to say, like, I'm just thinking about eating French toast right now.
We also
I
had
love
$50.
Mario's face here, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that.
The quick Exor face is so good.
Mario's pantomiming here is just spot on, and I'm so glad that the remake captured that so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his way of being a mute protagonist or protagonist and still being able to get effectively dialogue across. It also allows for a lot of like really fun like physical comedy effectively.
Mm-hmm.
One more character introduction cutscene. We got Peach. I love looking at Mallow's face as she jumps out right here.
Y'all. Yeah, Mallow's face right here is so good. Should we go check Peach's room?
Your run, baby. You want to go check it?
So one of the cool Easter eggs in this game is there's a hidden item in Peach's bedroom. And they kept it in the remake, and it's really good and really funny. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the other Easter eggs, but
we can fit a couple here and there. This man's on good pace. If you ignore the knife guy, great guy.
That fight never happened.
Yeah, what knife guy and great guy
Yeah,
fight?
what are you talking about? It went perfectly. We totally didn't get hit with the 1%.
All right, so we're gonna do a little equipment management here. We're gonna run back into the castle real quick. I forgot something.
Yeah. What's going on back here?
So we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna check right here.
Yow.
Wait, so we have 2 Peaches on stream now?
Oh, it doesn't actually give us the item because Peach is in the party. But there's an item there. It's called Peach's ? And if it's just the caretaker in the room, she dashes over there and is like, "Hey, stop looking through other people's belongings. Now put it back, and I'll give you this to not say anything."
That's funny.
What did the game mean by ?
Well, we'll tell you when you grow up.
Graceful, I'll tell you when you're older. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
God, I love the addition of the both warp to map and just fast travel to wherever. It's so good in this game.
What's the starting point for when we get the Easter egg in the Mushroom Kingdom bed? I forget what the actual point that it starts.
Oh, I see. I don't know either, but I really like that Easter egg.
I haven't quite routed that into my speedrun yet.
I know the Rosetown one we can go do now.
Wait, what's the Roast Down Easter egg?
Link.
I'm about to say that one's Link and Mushroom
yeah,
Samus,
of course,
right?
Of course.
Yeah, and then Mushroom Kingdom is Samus.
This is by far the most powerful version of the warp to map that you get. So normally you gotta do 3 full rooms of turning on all these little star plants or whatever the heck they're called. Instead, we're only gonna have to do 2 of them. Once we get access to the last room, the 4th star is just freestanding, just sitting in the back. We'll go get it. That will set off the flag for Peach to be like, we should go to Seaside Town. That unlocks Seaside Town. And instead of having to turn on the 7 plants around here, we just warp to map. We're out. We can go.
I see y'all are letting Mill get a Muku Muku Tra pyramid here.
Unreal.
Unreal.
Thank you for the Muku Muku Pyramid,
Yeah,
Million.
it really helps out the run, Mill.
I'm sure we won't get screwed over by another 1%er later on from that pyramid.
That was not real. I can't.
I am very sad that we got 1%ed in that fight.
Yeah, that was... It sucks when you even get either of the 10%, but you can work around it. That's unreal. We got a 1%.
It's called content. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, if I was doing that run and I had taken a safety auto save before it, I'm like, that's a reset. I don't care. Anyways, now we're doing some seaside shopping. This is the only time that you will have access to this menu. So we're going to sell off everything that we don't need anymore, and we're going to buy bombs. So many bombs. What was it, 8 fires and 1 fright or something?
Yep.
Correct.
Yes. Bombs are powerful. That shop goes away after we take out Eurytovage, or Speardovage in this version.
Not Eurytovage.
Yeah, Yari. And now we have exactly those 22 frog coins to get that EXP booster that will literally double the experience that whoever has it equipped will receive from different fights, including for the any fights we were able to defeat with the star.
Justin got skill issued in chat.
Wait a minute. I believe all these star slaps are worth 20, 80, I don't know.
I want to say it's 8, but I'm not.
80, all right.
Yeah, I don't
none
remember.
of the numbers I guessed.
Yeah. It's 8 or 11, but I don't remember.
So what?
But yeah, we're just gonna get a ton of experience from those star slabs. We're gonna get a bunch of level ups, and we're just gonna get the party nice and buff for the Sunken Ship.
You'll definitely see different characters will get indexed into different stats based on what their specialty is. Mallow is basically always going to be special. Bowser is basically always physical. Gino gets a couple of HP increases early on, just so he can survive a couple of nearly scripted attacks later on, but will mostly go into attack. Mario's a nice mix of special and physical based on what you need him to do, kind of the all-around character. And Peach always gets HP because we almost never use her.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Peach has 2 uses in this run.
Yep.
Also, because we're still being affected by the Mushroom Kingdom's economy, we're gonna grab all the coins that we can in Sunken Ship. There's actually a lot of coins. It's about 300 worth, so there's 100 there, and there will be 200 after the next boss fight.
Up next, we got King Calamari.
All right. Giant squid monster.
First
So
time we're
this
going
right
to
here
see
is
Geno
the,
boost right here.
Yep, this is right here is the first instance of untiming Geno boost to save time, because the fully timed Geno boost animation is very slow.
Yeah, so another time where it's okay for us losing chain, because by the time it would mean anything, ideally we will be getting the boost back.
There's one.
Nice.
1 freebie. Ideally, you would want 2 freebies in this fight out of the 4 fire bombs that we use.
I got each of them being
There
a
it
1
is.
and 3, and there's 2. Very nicely done. I mean, nice skill.
All skill, baby.
Oh, okay.
3
How
out of
about
4. All right, so now Iceblue is going to be cooking for the rest of the run.
Yeah.
Cooking
so we
with
need those 3
fire bombs.
freebies to kind of have the fastest run here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another instance where you kind of have to have an idea of like drop down strats for you intend. All right, we'd like to have X amount of bomb freebies, but if we don't get them, then all of a sudden we have to switch some strats in some later fights.
Coming up here is the worst treasure box in the game.
It's so bad. Yeah,
This
rat
treasure
thing.
box is so bad.
Oh, can you get the double jump?
I hate this box so much. Oh my god. Not to mention Mario's head is greased up. All right,
Let's
here we First try.
go! The
Nice.
Coca-Cola
First try.
of Destiny. First try. And so now the next stuff we got coming up, we got a couple of small fights with the Bandana Reds. That for the most part, Mallow is so juiced up right now, even with just a little bit of a chain, that he can utilize Thunderbolt and just wipe both sets of these away. After this, though, we're definitely going to be giving Iceblue some serious time, because
No.
the single hardest piece of execution is right here, is moving through this room. This room sucks.
Classic.
Oh. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to attack.
Yeah, if you get a timed attack with like Geno or something.
I might do it with both just to have the chain.
Yeah. Yeah, so now it's
Yeah,
gonna
the
have
chain
it,
and the
because
splash
with
damage.
no chain, Thunderbolt actually won't defeat the red bandanas here, or the bandana reds. But after that, we'll be trying to get our only instance of super jumps in the run. You need to get 100 of them in a row on Johnny. There were a lot of theories that went around early on when the game came out about how big the frame window was for this. Did it get a lot easier than the original, which was 3 frames once you got to jump like 13? It's exactly the same. It's almost exactly the same. By the time you get to like jump 14,
Oh my god.
it's back to a 3-frame window. Oh,
Hey, you have
level
chain now.
I'm just gonna do this just to get chain up.
All good.
It kind of shows like how tight the combat routing is in a lot of places here. Like if you don't have chain in certain spots, then your strategies just won't work. So look at the bandanas have exactly like it's either 120 or 125 HP. So we didn't have the chain, Mallow would not be able to get the defeat there. You'll see Mallow rapidly picking levels already all the way up to level 9. We want to get him to level 10 before we get to Eurytovich coming up after this. We want that big shocker spell.
Conveniently placed mushroom there. Just
Yeah.
to restore Geno's health. Because we definitely don't want Geno falling in the Johnny fight in case I miss super jumps. because Geno gives us speed, and without Geno, the Bandana Blues go first. All right, big focus point here. I'm gonna make a safety quick save here, and this is the 100 super jumps fight.
Yeah, very, very difficult. Again, effectively like 87 3-frame windows in a row that you gotta be able to hit here. So by going back and forth, that'll give him the autosave. So if we have to redo the fight, it'll put him right back there. But anyways, best of luck, bud.
Gauge up, by the way.
Gauge up. Let's go, baby! Let's go! First try, Legendary Gaming. Heck yeah, man. I don't care how many times you've done that. That is terrifying to hit on a big stage.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. There was a couple of instances where I thought I pressed the button like 1 frame late, because like I'm listening to the sounds and I heard like the 1-up sound like a little bit later than I would normally hear it, and I was just like, but it didn't drop, so I was like, all right, good.
Yeah, I've had that happen as well, and your heart just skips a beat.
I'm pretty sure I missed like 6 of them.
Well, turns out you missed 0 of them, so congrats, gamer.
Went 100 for 100. Heck yeah, gamer. So the reason why that's so big is because honestly, you could probably find a faster strategy if you just wanted to defeat Johnny quickly. That is going to give us, for 30 super jumps, the attack scarf, and for 100 super jumps, the super suit, which will be crucial to outputting massive damage. And in general, actually also just being really, really safe the rest of the run. So it's absolutely something in the long run.
We got the extra flower box from Croco. I didn't even notice.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of like
Booster can also drop the flower box.
This is one of my favorite fights, mainly because of like how hard this fight was. Like the skill like jump from like this fight from like where you were previously when I originally played this game was massive. Like I couldn't beat this boss for a while. And like the strats that we use on this fight are funny, and it just makes Yared look so washed.
Haha, washed. He uses Water Blast. Yeah, so Geno boosting Mallow. Mallow just learned Shocker, this devastating Thunderbolt style attack, except it's not Thunderbolt, it's Shocker. Bam! Look at all that damage. That was 270. That was a weakness right there. So
yeah, so Yared is weak to lightning, so we need full advantage of that.
Oh, that is not the item I wanted to use.
Yo,
I saw a C and then used it.
He's cleansed.
Well,
yeah.
That's fine.
Tried that manip the RNG to where he didn't use Water Blast.
That's fine.
Yeah, the fight will just last an extra turn, but that's fine.
Man, are we ever gonna run out of fire bombs?
Nope.
We miraging. And just like in the original, your target will auto-target whoever is the actual Eurydivid.
Mallow's never
Mallow's
touched.
a Super Saiyan, dude.
Mallow, yeah, invincible.
He doesn't need a red essence. He's just Goku, dude.
Damage, you mean miss.
Let's go. I think not.
So the funniest thing about that fight that we discovered, so since Mario can never be swapped out, you never get the little animation of the game saying, "Hey, would you like to swap out a character or just defend that turn?" So the idea was, hey, since we don't really use Mario in that fight, why don't we just, remove him? And turns out, because we only need that one single jump, taking out Mario is just, it loads faster because it completely skips a turn.
We let Mario get blasted.
Yeah. Except for when the game is like, oh, by the way, Water Blast missed Mario turn 1. Goodbye.
Yeah, and it's really annoying. Okay, but coming up. So it's the best part of the run.
Yo,
oh, yeah.
Let's go.
The unexplained reasons.
Yeah. Well, unexplained reason that I might as well explain since we're going to be doing it. But yeah, coming up is going to be Land's End, and in Land's End we have a series of 4 scripted fights of 3 Shoguns per fight. However, we can skip the first Shogun fight by talking to this guy here, the Mushroom Boy, which is actually not useful at all in any percent, but turns out talking to him, just the act of talking to Mushroom Boy clears the same flag as it would fighting the first Shogun fights. And so now we only have to fight 3 sets of Shoguns.
And it makes no sense.
Yeah, it was one of those where people got it casually and we didn't know why they got it. Like we couldn't, because speedrunners could never get it. Finally, that boy is not useful in any percent runs until now, obviously. But in low level runs, that dude is crucial. You talk to him for hours. So they were always getting the skip, and finally someone was able to figure it out. I don't know, Void, if you know who figured it out, actually.
It was me and Sweet Cherry Boy JP. We would put our heads together and we were like, okay, so why are they always getting this skip in low level? We narrowed it down to maybe 3 or 4 things, and turns out that talking to Mushroom Boy was the key.
That's so funny.
So I'm gonna be doing a little corner trick here that I actually learned from Void. Oh, too far. Just to kind of skip an animation of Mario getting pretty much absorbed by the donut platforms there.
Very nice.
If you edge jump those, you could just completely skip the animation of Mario just getting stuck to one of those platforms.
Yeah. Otherwise,
if
Mario is scripted, he has to jump across every single one of them. So if you do that nice and fast, it saves a good little chunk of time.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't know why I lost audio there.
I was wondering though.
I'm not hearing the bang.
All right, we good. Okay, so yeah, let's talk a little more about.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm having technical difficulties now. Can I bring up my notes now? Yeah, for some reason, if it doesn't like what's going on my computer, the audio for this thing just stops for a second.
Oh, okay, I see.
And I just have to refresh the scene.
Yeah.
Yo, shout outs
to a little
to
more about this segment. This segment sucks for this reason. This is where special encounters come into play. So special encounters are a hard 20% every time you get into a non-scripted encounter. So technically, these aren't considered scripted as the bandana reds in Sunken Ship would be. So like you cannot get a special bandana red, but you can get a special Shogun. And a special enemy has like 3 times the amount of health of its regular form, and also does a lot more damage. So basically, the only option whenever we see a special encounter is to just run away and reload the fights.
Yeah.
Yo, shoutouts to Formless there.
And so it's important here to like, so
Okay,
that Iceblue
Justin Luck is in full
takes a
effect
pause
today.
to make sure that he doesn't get into a special encounter at the start of the fight to not waste resources and time. And this is actually where that first encounter at the very start of the run comes into play, because had they not gotten that encounter, they would have been able to just like blast through the menus for the Shoguns until a special encounter would have happened. Because the first special encounter you run into always gives you a pop-up. Very nice star, by the way.
Yep. The optimal amount of enemies to pick up right there.
Yeah, I found out the hard way one time that certain enemies for certain stars are worth a certain amount of experience, and it's really funny.
Yeah, like this next star you're about to buy right here and utilize, you actually get less experience for this one than the last one.
The first star in Land's End gives you 11 EXP per enemy. The second one gives you 6. So, like, it's not really a feasible thing to back up the first star with the second star. Unfortunately, you'll be short on EXP.
Because yeah, you would think like, oh well, you just got 2 stars as long as you defeat all the enemies, you're fine, right? No, for every enemy down, you have to take out the second one. You're down 5 EXP. Now this is a cool skip, shaman skip done very fast,
Nice.
very cleanly by Iceblue right there, and that saves a lot more time than you would think. It skips having to get 50 coins, open up, do the actual little puzzle right there, and even that there's a door back there that Iceblue just ran through. That door never gets put down because you never did the puzzle.
Yeah, all in all, it
Never
saves
lucky.
at least 20 seconds. Like, I don't think anyone has ever done like the hard timing for it, but golly, that's
50-50s, by the way. 50-50s, by the way. There we
No,
go.
actually, they're not even
Okay.
50-50s. I think, if I recall correctly, like the way the RNG works for Belome or Fortune, Belome Fortune, is the more often you miss it, the harder it is to actually miss it again.
My PB is 11, by the way. For that.
Oh. Full fry bomb again. Instill fear into Belome. Basically, any boss that can be feared, we want to fear them.
Please hit Gino. Please hit Gino.
Oh.
Yes.
Yo, let's go.
Hard.
Yeah, Gino's got the safety ring on right now, so he's just in general, like, status effects just don't affect him.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
I was
reason
running
why
out
this
that
is
time.
good
Nope,
is
it's over. I lost the time anyway.
They missed time. No. All right, well, never mind. I was about to say, like Belome's moveset has like a bunch of sleep-inducing moves and a physical. The physical is like a 25% chance to happen, but Lullaby can hit Gino, and that's also beneficial for you because you don't get the Belome going through eating a character and getting a clone, and saves time. However, getting a clone gives you extra EXP, so you can make use of that later on in the run and adjust your EXP stars accordingly.
I blame the fear smoke. Gave me like 1 extra frame of lag.
I believe that.
I believe
Also,
it.
I don't know if this is faster, but I've been starting to do this where I just get the super suit and attack scar first. I don't know if it's actually faster.
No, I'm pretty sure it's slower.
I mean, it's the same loading zones. Less walking, though.
I think, is it less walking? I thought it was
Yeah,
more
because
walking.
you start at the top of the screen and you have to walk out of here.
I guess you have to walk out of this, but like you also have to like basically go down to the door and then back to the other one instead of just like entering the first door and then leaving and then entering the second door.
I don't know. It's probably like 0.5 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, one way or the other.
You know, very important movement time saves in RPGs.
I love the little Pinwheel's face in the corner there.
He's unbothered.
All right, so we're going to be coming back here a little bit later since y'all graciously donated $2,500. But we'll be back here in Monster Town.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
All right, so to continue the economy in shambles, we have to pay this guy $100 just to use his spring.
That's rough. This one ain't even bonking my head.
You mean I don't get a concussion from these?
That's rough.
What's the point?
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
What's the point?
What's the point of jumping on springs if we don't get concussions from them?
I appreciate that sign. Climb here.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do without
a little
it.
more slippery on this minigame. You do want to make sure you come in under 11 seconds so you can get the Troopa medal, which is another one of the best accessories in the game. Did we get it?
Oh,
under
951.
10.
That's
Let's go,
really
baby.
good.
Is under 10 slightly less optimal than under?
It sure is.
Yeah, because it gives you one extra text box.
It probably eats the second.
Yup.
But hey, more chat energy. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You got like a 951. I would say you save time.
Wait for that guy.
Yeah. Screw these first two rooms with the bees. Oh my gosh.
One of my least favorite reroutes of fights here, because of like how quick the turns transition through with Mega Smilax, I never, ever time this right.
Oh yeah, you have to block one of the attacks after Gino's attack, and yeah, need some good reaction time for it because he can do two different things.
That's fine.
Yeah, technically three,
I can't
but
miss
yeah,
that.
Polynap is irrelevant. I think actually like that version of the fight is new to you, Spike. Is it?
Is it different than the one you did for me a month ago?
It shouldn't be.
Okay. Then yeah. There was a fair amount of new stuff. Like y'all don't buy ice bombs anymore. Now Mallow just is your walking ice bomb. He just uses Snowy and just blows stuff up.
It's actually the slower strat there. We're supposed to use like fire bombs and like in a physical attack.
It's like 1 second slower at that. Like I'm pretty sure my gold split for Mega Smilax has the Snowy strat.
I was supposed to Star Riders there.
Nah, you're fine.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
There you go. Cooked.
Let's go. Yeah, and thankfully with the Star Riders and the triple animations, thankfully we can skip them. Otherwise, they probably would not actually be optimal to use. Always, because their animations are very long, other than the tutorial one we see.
Yeah. When I first started writing this game, I was actively avoiding using triple moves because I was like, there's no way they save time. You can't, like, you have to sit through the cutscene. And then I was told, oh, you can just skip the cutscene after the first one. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, maybe they anticipate that a little bit. Like, people could get tired of watching Star Riders over and over and over again. It's a good, like, 25, 30-second cutscene.
Yeah, that was good thinking.
Oh, show me those good vines. Oh, yeah. We'll jump
This is
away.
good so far.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the up and under. And we're going to get down. We're going to position. We're going to go low.
Nice.
We're going to go up top. Let's go. Nice. Nicely done.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So now we're in there's a bunch of tadpoles in the sky.
It's pretty weird. Guess we're in the Mario universe.
Yeah, this is Frogbus Land.
Tadpolebus land. We also found out there's another person named Mallow, and he's a giant bird.
A bird pole. Burge.
Birch.
Birds, yeah.
Look at that Burge.
Yeah.
God, his
Lottie
beak
coming.
is so squeaky clean. You can tell. Oh yeah, we got this mini game coming up. This is a new. Y'all fail this because you're bad.
Yep.
Final shopping trip there. We're gonna pick up a couple weapons here. That's gonna be for a little bit later when we utilize more of the triple attacks, because triple attack damage is based off of their equipment, and I think it all counts as physical damage, right? Like even CCB is physical damage.
CCB is elemental damage, but it's still calculated based on which weapons you have equipped, which is where buying Sticky Glove comes into play. So essentially, buying the Sticky Glove for Mallow serves two purposes. The first one is, the CCB triple move that we're going to be using later on XM Rangers. It basically ensures that we're going to have enough damage to dispatch all 5 of them at once. And the second reason is it allows us to use Mallow throughout Nimbus Land without having to do any character swapping. The previous strat, we used Bowser because Bowser's physical attack is a little stronger than Mallow's, so he was doing more damage on bosses. But Sticky Glove mitigates that, and this is just a very nice thing to be able to use Mallow throughout his hometown, and also just once again demonstrate that he is the best character in this game.
No doubt.
I am a little upset at this one small dialogue change here, just like the Bruce Lee comment from Forest Maze. The fact that they changed the name of the statue and like how Garrow describes it.
That's why I don't know why they changed it, because A Plumber's Lament is such a good name for the statue.
In Search of a Lost Brother versus A Plumber's Lament is just
Trying to shoehorn in a Luigi.
Well, it's the year of Luigi, so
As it is.
I get it, but at the same time,
I do love the fact that how they improve the soundtrack for this particular song, because the original Nimbus castle, I never knew what that sound effect was. The toot, 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 toot. It just sounded it sounded weird, but now you can hear the whole anime laughing in the background. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits Valentina so well.
Yeah, they really, if you are a massive fan of the original Super Mario RPG soundtrack, and this doesn't diminish that at all. It's just, hey, we have 2023 technology over 1996 technology, and it does all of that to perfection and enhances it. It's so good.
All right, so we got to be sure to not get hit by Dodo. It's actually a little bit slower to get hit, but we need to jump on the third dude, whenever he's pecking. And what that's going to do is that's just going to make Dodo run away and talk to Valentina here. Because we want to get caught. It's faster.
Y'all are bad. We failed the curtains minigame.
Oh, the music stopped.
Failing the polishing minigame.
All right, back to the cat jam. All right, so now Mario's face here is just him going, no, 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 no. Shout outs to Justin for having me save 327 firebombs this run. 328
there's
now.
another one.
Let's go.
But yeah, Dodo is weak to fire, and he can give you a counter after the Super Fireball. Fortunately, he did not, so I was able to save a little time there. Actually, saving the full amount of time.
Yeah.
That still blows my mind. That is faster than just doing the mini game. That's
It's because of this cutscene right here.
That's why. That's right. I remember doing the same thing when I watched Void do this, and I was like, huh? And when I saw that cutscene doesn't trigger, then I was like, now it makes sense.
Yep. And it made sense to me too after I realized that.
So you're like, the minigame's not that slow, but okay, you skip an entire like 25 second cutscene afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna grab that backup jar.
Yeah, we got a good question in chat here. Why buy 8 bombs when only 1 is enough?
I mean,
well, we never know if we're gonna be good enough in the run to get good, like, you know, to get through with only 1 bomb. So we have to buy 8 for safety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never know. You might need a second one at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
This is another fight that's an instance of weirdly timed blocks whenever Birdo hatches. Because you would think that you would press the block button when the egg when the third egg contacts with Mario. No, you press it as Birdo fires it.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop chain here as well.
Dropping chain here is faster and also is inconsequential for phase 1 because of the way damage stacks up on Shelly.
Yeah, sets up to where it perfectly breaks open the egg. Now it'll be Mario's turn. And now you just want to solo it with Mario. With the Super Suit and the attack scarf on, 3 well-timed attacks from Mario are going to get it. Nice block back there. Birdo's got both a 3-piece egg combo and a 1-piece, and there's no difference in the tell for each of them. So, generally, if the fight goes well, it'll always lead with the 3s.
Mm-hmm.
If it gets down to the 1s, then it's like, well, good luck.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do a little bit of equipment swapping here.
Trying to go for a little fan skip.
Get it.
Yeah. This is a very hard little skip over the enemy where you can like just barely jump over them.
Yeah,
But
it feels a little harder in Remake compared to SNES. Like the setup has to be different for consistency. Oh, actually, something that we haven't mentioned is that you have to fight those big trooper fights on Remake. On SNES, you can just walk past them because hitboxes. But in Remake, we have to fight them, and we make use of once again Mallow using Snowy to dispatch all of them at once.
I love the dialogue here from Valentina when Mallow's like, we could hear you from 10 miles away. And she's like, well, if you're going to be rude, I'm just simply going to leave. Goodbye, chumps. We have a Birdo here. I don't understand how Valentina didn't get slammed into the wall there.
Hey. Dodo has such my dog bagel energy. He just, hey. He also has I really hate my job energy.
Yeah. He's just so relatable.
Right.
Definitely a top 3 character in this game.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we wanted to get the EXP booster on Mario because that's going to give us level 12 right before the Valentina fight, which is also an attack up.
Nice wiggly woo there.
And then Valentina is another one of those bosses where it's like you have a 20% chance of just missing. So we're hoping that Mario does not miss because it is 400 damage missing is really bad.
Yeah.
And Valentina has
she's got a lot of
HP
HP to cut through, 2,000 HP to cut through.
warp back here.
Yeah, technically faster to warp when you're coming out of the menu anyways.
So good. The menu is so good, I wanted to do it twice.
That saves like a good amount of time in any percent. You run low level where you warp around like where you're going all around the map in between every fight. It saves hours. It's ridiculous.
I like to call Valentina Hey Arnold because she has the football head that Hey Arnold had from the old cartoon.
Oh my god, she does, dude.
Move it, football head.
It's like a little bit of a deflated football, dude.
All right, so this is a scary fight because of the counter that Dodo has. If you miss time a multi-strike, Mallow could possibly die. Just like you said, that I half-timed it and he took 65 damage.
Yeah.
Dodo is...
Yeah, you actually spooked me there.
Yeah. Oh, Aurora Flash is not what we want to see.
Yeah, it's definitely one of her stronger attacks.
Nope.
Still enough time, Geno is able to get off his Geno boost on Mario first. And I'm from here, like, Mario would like to get some help from the others, but it doesn't look like Geno's going to do any of that. Yeah, the problem with that is you say, like, well, Geno wasn't going to do nearly as much damage as Mario. Again, Geno gives an attack and a speed boost right there if he is alive. Now Mario's just going to be down 20 or so damage each hit.
I think it's like 80.
Or, yeah, whatever it is.
It's a big boost.
Because, yeah, it should be 25%.
Yeah, it's pretty significant.
Same here for Mallow.
Sticky Glove is such an impossible attack to time.
It's later than you'd think.
It's uncomfortably late.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one.
Cool. Then we've got two characters down. We're down a lot of damage, and Mario out here missing. That's a 1 in 5. You are thankfully, because of the super suit, you are pretty safe. You are not likely to take any deaths or anything unless there's a lot of missed timings. But, oh, Diamond Softball. Let's go. Nice block.
Oh my goodness. I might swap here.
Yeah, get in Bowser for a little bit of extra damage. Also just gives another target for her to potentially go to.
Oops, all spells.
Yeah, she can just go for the slap.
No slaps.
Right, there we go.
Unlucky. Yeah, Super Suit pretty much makes your character like nearly invincible. It's got so much like defense and magic defense.
Yeah, that is. I have never looked into what the no super suit route is, which again is effectively like if you don't want to have to learn super jumps, you can learn that route. I imagine Valentina's got to be one of the worst fights. Like, if you don't have like Giga armor, then her attacks hit so powerfully. And here we got another set of cutscenes before we head into one of my personal favorite bangers. We got Barrel Volcano. I see we are trying to power our way to $22,000 raised for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Tempest, do you have any donations or anything you want to be able to read off to us here?
Oh my gosh, if I could just get as many as I possibly could, that'd be fantastic. But just stop me whenever you can, all right? We'll go with Dragon Dark for $200. Hey all, Dragon Dark here. Just wanted to make good on my $1 for every card pulled during the Ogre Battle run. Good luck, Iceblue, on the SMRPG run.
Yo, thank you, Dragon Dark.
We also had Nemi10 for $25. Go Ice Go.
Yo, thank you so much.
Damon X for $25 some more with glad to help. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Super Mario RPG is the best. And I have to agree there. This game rocks.
I love, like, for right here, I love how starstruck Mallow's father is. Every single person is like, he's like, autograph, please. Except like when it comes to Gino, he's just like, oh, okay.
I don't know.
Did you put the booster on Peach?
Yeah, that's what I've
No,
always
you have
done.
to put it on Mario.
Oh, did I? Oh. Okay.
Yo,
yeah.
good catch.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a
I was
good
like,
catch.
does Peach need to get boosted at this point?
She's supposed to get
I'm
into the
just
Valentina fight to merge some level ups later on, but yeah, not after that.
Yeah, we need it for on Mario in here.
Gamers,
Shout
let's
out to
get
the
to
hot
that.
spring.
Shout out to Hot Spring. Let's get to that $22,000 chat. If you are a 90s kid like me, growing up, we got an amazing block tonight in Super Mario RPG Remake from 1996 into Final Fantasy VII from 1997. Like, come on. Two of the
That's
greatest
hype.
RPGs of the 90s back to back. Let's keep the hype going. Let's meet the incentives for FF7 as well. And now get hype for Barrel Volcano.
One of the best tracks in the game.
This is my favorite
And
track
coming
in
up
SMRPG.
coming up to my favorite bosses too. Come to think of it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, they love Zardragon, dude. Or, sorry, not Zardragon. They love Axum Rangers.
I was gonna say, I think you said the wrong name there, Spike.
My bad.
All right,
Listen,
so
I don't know
it's
anyone
easy to
who
remember level ups in the volcano because everybody just gets HP.
Oh, right.
We're gonna need at least 1 HP level on everybody because of how our Axum Ranger fight is. Breaker Beam does literally 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah.
So-
Unironically, the strongest attack in the game.
Let's see if I get this.
Oh, on the toe.
I was about to say you went for the safe strat too, but yeah. So you can skip the stump it and counter if you run into it, you cannot run away from it. So Mallow has to do the hard work. However, since Mallow now has the super suit, Mallow has now entered his Giga Chad character arc. He's gonna be holding onto the super suit up until the final boss.
Yeah, this is now Super Mallow RPG.
Actually, while I have a moment, I think I could read a very timely donation for the super suit.
Of course.
Go for it.
Danky Kang with $25. Let's go, super suit. Great job on the jumps, Iceblue. My high score is still in the 30s, but
my God.
that was super tight.
Dude, yeah, it's a lot of people. When this game came out, the amount of like stuff going down on social media, people trying to understand how to do it. People are like, I've been sitting here for 6 hours and I can't do this thing. It is definitely a journey to get better at them and like work your consistency. A lot of it is understanding like if you're able to get to 14, then you can get to 100. It's all a mental game from there. Just being able to stay that focused for that long. It's tough, for sure. Now we got nobody's favorite fight, Zardragon. That's what I meant when I said it earlier.
This boss has like a 400% chance to counter.
Yeah.
Like, Zar Dragon be like, oh, you attacked? All right.
The initial routing of this fight was very messy because Zar has the same dodge evasion on attacks as Valentina and Krokatu. However, because we're in Mallow's Giga Chat arc, we're just gonna use Snowy and basically annihilate this guy.
788 damage.
Oh, I boosted the wrong person. That's fine.
He's even more powerful.
Give me some more defense. Let's go.
Let's go.
He actually isn't because Mallow has the Troop of Metal and that doesn't stack with Geno Boost.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so fun.
Well, I guess you get the defense boost from Geno Boost, but yeah, the attack boost is
okay. It's just a minor setback. It just means we get to fight Zombone for a little bit longer.
yay.
It's fine. I don't even think I need to boost Mario.
Nah, just full send it.
Yeah, I got feared last night in my practice run.
Classic.
Oh,
Timing the Mega Glove swing is also awkward. The way to tell if you get a half timing, if it still gives you the little like kind of reddish orange numbers, but doesn't have like kind of the splash effect behind it on the number, that's how you know you got a half timing. So you're still doing boosted damage, you still get the chain boost.
Oh, good night. Okay, I have a backup for that.
Good night, sweet prince.
So normally on the Axum Ranger fight, we have to just do a literal one-time method. On Snowy, I'm going to do a half-time. That's going to mitigate the extra damage. Because we want to basically take out all 5 of the Axum Rangers all at the same time to avoid extra text boxes of them being like, hey, Axum Red, I bit my tongue. I broke my glasses. Stuff like that.
Yeah, you end up skipping a ton of text boxes and save quite a bit of time by just dealing with all of them at once.
Also, this is probably one of my favorite tracks in the game coming up here. Not the sussy music time, but...
The one after that? Yeah.
Yeah. The sussy music time is still good, though. We also have the scariest block in the game coming up, too.
The red, the Axum, does Axum Red get an attack in this version?
No, it's Axum Black.
Oh, Black, okay.
Oh, but also Cat Jam.
Hey, yo, Cat Jam's in chat.
But yeah, Axum Black has a counter attack whenever you use Snowy. He counters with Spritz Bomb. And Spritz Bomb's block is the most uncomfortably close block on the planet. You have to press the button like 1 or 2 pixels before the bomb explodes. And if it hits Mallow, goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, you really want to make sure to hit the full block.
Alright, so for this fight, we normally would only do, like, literally, like, 1, like, tick on the circle for the timing. I'm gonna do a bit more because I lost Chain to Storm.
This is good knowing all these different backup strats to pull on whenever you do drop chain, because obviously, ideally, you almost never drop chain throughout the run, other than the intentional spots.
Oh, that's a little bit too much. Whoops. Should still be fine. We might get 1 text box. Why block when you can just miss?
Why just
Yeah, I know,
miss.
right? Yeah, you might get the... Oh, you didn't even get it. Okay. So yeah, this is the only triple move that you're going to see in the run that is not Star Rider's Clown Car Barrage. So Clown Car Barrage does elemental damage, like we mentioned earlier. And the XM Rangers are all weak to elemental damage one way or another. So that's very useful for this fight. And it also hits all enemies.
Also, this is like one of the coolest attacks in the game.
This attack got such a glow up from SNES.
God. And
by the way, it's not even close.
Mallow alive with 3 HP. It's got a recharge, but Mallow looking into the eye of the storm.
Not even close, by the way.
Power of God.
Not even nervous.
Not even close.
I love that change to that fight, dude. Mallow looks so strong there.
He's the main character.
Yeah, when we were routing that fight, and like I saw how like incredibly close Mallow was to dying, I was like, this is such a sick fight.
Yeah, it really is.
And keep in
Also,
mind
just
on
a quick
Iceblue's
shout
part,
out
like if
to,
he half-timed either of those shockers, then like all of a sudden that is,
Yeah, we would have had to swap in like Gino to do like a physical attack or something. All right, so we're 6 stars in. But where's
6
our
stars
7th
in,
one?
baby.
Where's our 7th one?
Where's our 7th one at? There's only so much world left.
I'm also sorry in advance after we get this cutscene of them talking to the king and queen. I'm sorry in advance for ruining the royal bus for y'all.
They're not.
So this NPC right here, the only use this NPC has in the game is to be a staircase.
Let's go.
Shoutouts to Purple Nimbus guy.
Purple Nimbus guy.
Purple Nimbus guy.
All right. So now we let them know, hey, we got the star from the volcano. And they're going to be like, well, the last star's got to be at Bowser's Keep. Well, we can't get there. Unless we could finally ride the bus. All right, I'm sorry in advance. When the bus floats in, all you hear is ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh
yeah!
The ooh-woo bus.
It's the ooh-woo bus.
Son, you're officially old enough to ride the ooh-woo bus.
Yeah, get on the ooh-woo bus. I love it.
Thanks, Dad.
You're just gonna see Mallow the whole time. Hold on, I gotta finish mashing a couple boxes here. Mallow's just ooh-woo, 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 ooh-woo.
God, please.
This is what it means to grow up.
Oh man, making me think
This is
on
what
that
it means
one,
to
Boyd.
become an adult and have responsibilities. You ride the ooh-woo bus.
Ride on the magic ooh-woo.
Somebody thought it was a good idea for me to grow up.
The magic ooh-woo.
The magic.
Oh, by the way,
ooh-woo.
gamers in the chat room, put your guesses in on which doors will be the battle doors this run. There are 6 doors total, and 2 of them are battle doors, and we do not want to get any of them. Fortunately, we can exit out of the battle doors if we get a battle door, which is going to save us a good amount of time versus if we were to get a battle door on Super Nintendo, but we still want to avoid them. It's still going to be like a 7 to 8 second time loss. The other doors are all much faster.
1 and 6. All right. I'm not incorrect yet.
Yep. Is this where you redeem yourself from the 1% earlier?
I need it. Because optimally, you want it to be 2 through 5 are the ones you go through.
Correct, yeah.
Just because they're the ones closer in. So yeah, you got a different series of games here. You got 2 different sets of like mini games you have to play through, and you got 2 different like action rooms that you'll go into where you move around and do some platforming and stuff. Right here, dear God, never mess this up. If you mess this up, you might be here for 45 minutes.
I just quit out if I ever mess up.
Oh yeah, I guess this is probably the original. Where like, because there's no way to just like lose that in OG. Like you can't just quit out like they put in here. I wonder if that is subtly the reason why they put the quit out option in.
It could be actually, yeah.
Also, I don't have a very optimal movement through this room.
Yeah, I'm wondering what you're doing right now, but that's okay.
Look, all right.
I think
I'm good at struggling here.
I think I never learned the proper way. I was like, all right, this one works for me. I don't know what's least movements.
No.
Anyway,
eventually, I was winging this, I used to wing this all the time, and then eventually I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and learn the proper strat. And now I'm like now my brain only sees the proper strat.
Oh, poggers. Oh, hello. Needs a hitbox. Nice ice bomb. And a rock candy. Yeah, that room's so pog. You get a fright bomb, an ice bomb, and a rock candy. And right there, oh, Iceblue sucks. Oh, we're just kidding. That warps you up.
So if you get the item from this room... I was scared.
The big
Who
place.
the heck is that guy?
Who the heck? Also, if you grab the box in this room, you have to reset your run. It's literally the rules.
Yep. It's in the
That
route.
is the super slap.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh.
Oh, baby. This is good so
big
far
buggers.
for you, Spike.
Oh, let's go. This redeems me. They'll have me back next year if I don't screw this up. After the knife guy, great guy, they were like, I'm going to have to cut this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which ones did you say?
I said 1 and 6 are going to be the bad ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna check 5 after this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Mario's shoes got grease there.
Yeah, so like in the original, you could like do some swaggy stuff where you like constantly slide on the ends of these platforms and Mario goes, whoa, whoa. You try to do that here, he just falls. They just absolutely
swinging
greased
off.
up the bottom of Mario's shoes in this version.
Are you not grabbing the roll syrup?
No.
All right.
Interesting.
Just all you have to do is freebie the Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So you gotta do it.
All you have to do is get lucky.
Yeah.
1 and 3. That's all you need.
1 and
I
3.
mean,
baby.
if he goes mailbox head, I'm fine. I have like 327 fucking. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry about my language. So 327 fire bombs.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. No.
Oh.
Yeah, you can, I swear there's a slightly longer load.
Yeah,
There it
yeah.
is.
1 or 6.
Oh,
No.
That's what I get. That's what I get.
That's
for
what you
cursing.
get for cursing.
Yeah,
that's
it
what I
was
get
gonna
for
be
cursing.
5.
The F-bomb punishment.
The gods of SMRPG reached out and said, well, we're moving that over.
The end.
The end.
Dang it, son. That one's not on me. I didn't say the word.
Blue.
What is this? Blue? Okay.
Blue, yeah. They
Unfortunately,
are
we
immortal.
didn't get the red essence question, which is the best question. You
I
can get asked.
was waiting for it, man.
I paid for it and getting both the battle doors.
Yeah, there you go.
And again, in the original, before they found manipulation for it, getting both battle doors lost you like a lot
13.
of time.
13.
But you also kind of assumed you're probably on average going to at least get one of them. So, you know, it really
this is the easiest room in the game. Watch. We're gonna be like 44. All right, cool. Anyway,
Oh, no. Anyway.
yeah. So the trick to this room, you make sure you count the barrels in the very front of it, the 5, and then the 8 on the right side, and then whatever's on top, it's just 40 plus whatever's on top.
Chat, I see us getting unrealistically close to $22,000 raised for nominee. We need $110. Can we see it right now? In fact, give me 110 and then another
That one the
222.
4th, second
Second.
place. Came in
I
third.
couldn't
fourth
agree more,
place.
Spike. We are
Outdid.
so close, and we still have a bit more content to the main run to go before we get to the Culex fight. I believe, chat, and you all know what to do. ! Donate. And remember to put up your donation to the very. Oh wait, sorry, we don't have an incentive to meet this time. But hey, if you want to have our SMT5 runner save Jack Frost, we still got a bit of a ways to go in order to meet that one. So I guess we're all going for the hee-ho bud now.
You actually grabbed both rock candies here. You don't need to grab both, but... well,
I do it as a
safety, I guess.
backup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a limit. You can only hold up to like X amount of different types of items, and rock candies you can only hold up to 3. They actually like have gotten to the point where they've routed this where you only get 2 of them. That's how many ways you have of outputting tons of damage in this run.
Mm-hmm. Turns out that rock candies aren't even that valuable in this run, at least compared to low level or even just like SNES SMRPG.
So it's very important that we defeat Wizakoopa there before the end of Geno's turn there. because Wizakoopa will summon a monster, and that monster will stand in front of Wizakoopa and cause us to have to actually defeat the monster before we can actually attack Wiza again.
I love this room.
Great room.
No, the
Yeah.
lag from the jump.
It ate your jump so hard, dude.
I'll have to coach you through this room. That's okay.
It's all payback from the cursing. I
True.
swear.
Yeah, you're still
We're
paying
still
off.
heading back.
I'm gonna get like 8 counters from Boomer here, and I'm gonna get Skewer twice.
Yeah. Okay, so I know throughout this run, we've hyped up some fights as the worst fight in the game. This is the true worst fight in the game.
Actually, the worst fight.
And the reason why is because we have 10,000 years worth of lag to sit through.
Which is awful in a game where timings mean that much on all the blocks and the attacks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every single candle that is lit in this room is adding an hour of lag.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
nice. There's a bit of the lag there.
Folks, we're only $80 to hitting 22,000.
Nice.
369.
At least I don't have to do backups for XOR.
What counters?
Yeah, I know. Where are my counters at? Hello?
Right? Yeah, Boomer, another one of those that likes to hit you with a bunch of counters, but as turns out, he's like, nah, you already have to deal with being in my room. That's fine.
Yeah. I actually wonder what the odds are of him countering, but yeah, he can counter attacks with Shaker, and Shaker is, if unblocked, a one-hit KO move.
Yeah, every single one of the candles that are in that fight count as a single sprite, and there are 24 candles in that room, so you can imagine our very wonderful potato switch trying to handle this room.
$70, gamers. Come on, hit it. Exclamation point, donate, slap it, clap it. Make it know you're here. Make it know you're heard.
Up the chandelier. It doesn't roll off the top. Up the chandelier.
Oh, I love this sequence so much.
Kona, up the chandelier. K.A. Kona, up the chandelier. It's so good.
And now we go on to XOR. This would probably be one of the hardest fights in the run if there wasn't one single usage we had of Geno Whirl.
Yep.
So Geno Whirl is a special attack by Geno that if you time it correctly on any regular enemy, it'll do 99 damage. For whatever reason, there's a bunch of different theories about what causes it necessarily, like what in the code. There are no defenses for XOR here, so bang!
We just go pow!
Yep.
Right in the kisser.
If I remember correctly, the way Pidge explained it to me is that removing XOR's protection also removes the flag that he has, which prevents him from getting the 9999 on Geno Whirl. So
yeah,
that's why it works. It's not like an oversight in the code or like a cheese or whatever. Like it's just how the game is programmed, and they actually left that cheese in Remake, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's no way at that point remaking it they didn't know that was a thing, and they let you do it.
This place, Weapon World, is one of the instances where I personally believe that the SNES soundtrack is better.
Oh, really? I love the SNES soundtrack here. This is one of my favorite final dungeons to any video game.
Yeah, this place is great.
And yeah, another a super cool ending to a speedrun as well. Like, it's, not always, you can have really, really cool speedruns, but they don't necessarily have, a super hype ending or anything. It's maybe you got some of the hyper stuff out of the way earlier and just the ending's a formality. Not the case here. All the platforming, all the skipping of enemies you have to do, the millions of different bosses that you have to fight through. This is such a good ending to the run.
Mm-hmm.
And we kick it off really here with Countdown and the little ring-a-dings. or dinglings, whatever you want to call them.
So it's actually really cool. You make use of all of your AoE attacks and items, and also splash damage.
Nice freebie, by the way.
Nice.
I have to use another rock candy just so I don't get the text box.
Oh, good point, yeah.
Yep. Hey, a 100% chain.
We're not supposed to use rock candy here, but I'm using it so I avoid a text box later.
Never mind, you're getting that text box.
You're getting that text box, buddy.
Come hell or high water.
We can't get rid of the rock candy.
This is what you get for cursing earlier. You know what? You know
Still
what?
getting punished.
Round 3, baby.
Oh my gosh, if you do it again.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God, it's gone. How hard is it to lose a rock candy, man?
So I'm going to be getting an extra level because we took the Stump It encounter compared to the actual like 80% route, which is actually funny enough. It's actually a lot safer to get that extra level up because of our Smithy strat. Oh, nice.
Look at this little guy.
Little guy.
Little cutie.
But yeah, like Iceblue was saying, we're gonna be able to get both Mario and Geno to level 15 for the final boss, which is gonna be a lot safer.
Jumping
Gamers, I
around
have
these
a quick
corners
and-
is pretty
Sorry,
difficult
Spike.
to do. No, you're good. Just saying, jumping around these corners is actually pretty difficult on this version. Mario doesn't just like kind of naturally slide off it like he does in OG. You really got to round these corners pretty hard. And now you can do some fun jumps right here, where you effectively jump over like the shoulders of the bowyers right there. The hitboxes just kind of
too
work
close.
out. Yeah, a little too close.
And of course, it's a special.
Of course, it's a special encounter.
Golly. Specials also to note are on average harder to run away from. So we've had fortunate luck in there. Now we gotta take out.
Of course, it's a special.
Wow, you gotta run away from this one. This one will have 1,000,000 health.
Okay, safe.
Oh, gotta attack with Geno. Of course. So, Machine Made Yared has 800 HP. A special version of it has 2,400.
Yeah, you're not fighting that. Real quick, Tempest, give us our big shout outs. I know we just hit another big number.
We have hit $22,000 for Nami.
Woo! Let's go. Another special enemy from the ninja on the way out the door. I love it.
Yeah.
And now we drop right into the next boss fight. Again, this run just goes. We got Cloaker and Domino and or Mad Adder. Who will he fuse with? Only time will tell. You're going to know in the next like 30 seconds.
Big shout outs to 22K. Thank y'all so much.
Let's keep it going, gamers. We've already hit 20, 21, and 22 during this run. Do we got a little 22, 20, or 22, 222 in us by the end of the run? That would be sick. I would love to see that fatty number. Yeah. Elected to take out Cloaker right here. Because one big benefit is that when Domino fuses with Mad Adder later, he'll only have 1,500 HP instead of 2,500 for us to deplete.
I thought I
And
pushed the lightning mark too
also,
early.
Mad Adder is weak to physical attacks, as opposed to Earth Link, which is weak to spells.
I'll clobber you. Oh, here's our next usage, also of Star Riders. Gonna try to, in the course of the Inner Factory, fill this back up, dealing a devastating 958 HP to it. About 2/3 of its full bar right there. Yeah, good fight.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. We have the final boss rush coming up here. Just a bunch of different Shovel Knights.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, you got a series of 4 other fights technically 5, on the way up to the final boss right here. Just 1 in each room. You got first these little mad mallets. Mallow's powerful.
Mallow's the goat.
Gauge up.
Gauge up.
Gauge up.
Yep, that one down. Nicely done, nicely done.
All right, so the reason we were talking about getting a text box for the extra rock candy, so when we do all the stuff here, we're gonna talk to Toad. Toad gives us a rock candy, and if you have more than 3 rock candies on normal, it gets deposited into your house storage, and we get a very, very cheeky little, like, 2 or 3 text boxes if we get something deposited into the storage here.
I'm just saying, gamers, if we have a nice, beautiful little $65 donation. Well, gamers, Tempest, what just happened?
We just did exactly that.
$22,257. Well, gamers, now we just got to go all the way to 33,333. You have until the end of the run. I expect your homework due right now.
Can I just say, it has been an honor getting to share the dono hype.
Y'all are
with
so
the Spike
freaking
Vegeta.
generous. I'm proud of y'all. Keep them coming in, keep them coming in. We are near the very end of the run. We're thunderbolting. 3 more mallets on the floor. Sorry, those are the pounders. Yeah, Mad Mouths, you got pounders, you got poundettes coming up after this one.
All right, gamers, this is it. This is our boy, director, coming up.
Post the emotes. Post the emotes if you have them. Director grind time.
Yeah. So here's the lore on this guy. This fight sucks. That's it. That's the lore.
He's so bad.
Yeah. However, this is where we're going to see our first instance of Peach being used in the run. But yeah, a little deeper on the lore, me and Iceblue and a few other people routed the heck out of this fight at HDQ earlier this year. And this is the best strat so far. So we're going to half-time Sleepy Time, which is faster than full timing it and still going to get the full effect. So now Director is asleep. And he's not going to be countering every single attack that we do. And also, he's not going to be using Valor Up or Vigor Up. And we're going to just be using spells on him so that he doesn't wake up. Switch back to Gino to prepare for the next fight. And just finishing him off with a shocker.
Let's go,
fight
Peach!
had so many evolutions.
Yeah.
Like, we used to do, like, 30, or is it 33 or 40-something super jumps on it. Then we swapped over to using Star Riders on it.
Yeah.
And at that point, me and Void were like, you know, I don't feel like doing this.
This sucks.
Yeah. Turns out we ended up just postponing the Star Riders usage onto Smithy 1, which we're going to be seeing in just a bit. This is another cool fight. This is another usage of Peach and using Sleepy Time. This time we're going to full time the Sleepy Time so we can put both Gun Yoke and
I never knew
Factory
machines
Sheep to
could
bed.
fall asleep, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Do the machines dream of Iron Sheep?
Hey, I saw that 800-pound sheep coming my way. That was like the giant burritos they show up at like GDQs and stuff.
Oh, I loved those. But also, we have the same kind of hype going on with Bob the Ninja Waylord, if I do say so.
Oh, yeah, I see him in there. Absolute unit. Love my big dude in there. All right, gamers, that is the penultimate fight. We are going in to Smithy. This is the final boss of the run. And we do have the incentive coming up after this with Culex 3D that y'all generously donated for. But Smithy 1 and 2 together, they make 10,000
Don't forget,
HP
yeah, okay.
we need to cut through. What?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I was about to say, don't forget the super suit.
Yeah, no. I've made it a point to remember that now. Did we wanna watch the credits? and then do the Culex incentive. I leave that up to the discretion of the producers.
Yeah, roll those up.
Okay. Sounds good.
For anyone who
right.
may not have heard that, we're going to skip the credits. So
Yeah. All right, so we have probably the best final boss theme ever.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Smithy 1 and Smithy 2, absolute bangers. And this is 3 days worth of GDQ experience, by the way, what we did with this fight.
Yeah, this is yet another instance where the optimal strat for a while was Mario would do like 45 to 50 something super jumps based on like damage and like what kind of bombs you had and whatnot. Basically, we determined that was slow, and so we cut out the super jumps. I say we, the other people in this call mainly cut out these super jumps. And so the first attack from Smithy 1 here is always going to be scripted. It's always going to be Sledge. Big AoE, it's going to bring everybody pretty far down on HP. But then it's random. We definitely want to see him pull out one of his solo target attacks, either his base little slam down attack, or we want to see him use like Fire Spin. If he uses Meteor Swarm, that's not as good. So let's see what he gives
So
us.
with the extra level, it's actually still safe.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you get like horrible damage rolls, but even then, I think you're still good.
Oh, I got a 600.
604, yeah, and also you got the physical. Oh.
Our boy just got crushed.
He's gonna be taking a nap before phase 2. That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, he will be able to come back. Anybody who's knocked out going into phase 2 will come back with one HP. No. So that's phase 1 already down. You see, one thing I love about this run is you look down at that gauge as you're filling it up. Normally that would take you a while, like a lot of attacks, but because you are so efficiently timing all of your attacks, blocking all the attacks from the enemies, that gauge is filling up so fast that we're able to use it like 4 times here at the end of the run. Like just a handful of fights apart. It's very, very cool. But now we go down 8,000 HP, chat. Feel free to count it up as we go through. And this is, he's always going to lead off with one turn that he's going to give you for free where you can get in damage. And then he will always go into his tank head phase. Tank head is weak to jumps. It is weak to thunder-based attacks. But then after that, based on different HP values, he will change into other heads, but those are random. The biggest thing we don't want to see safe head. We'll see what happens. Oh. Starting off with a $172.
I can picture you just doing the math on your end, Spike.
Dude, yeah, I always for runners like would had a calculator out and just like calculating damage.
Yeah.
Some people want to go for like a little cheeky quick kill, they can. But yeah, this is another fight where for a long time we just were like, all right, let's do like 130 something super jumps on him and that would get the kill. But now we've completely cut that out. Now it's a lot more gamey. We're in here just reacting, blocking attacks. The nice thing about Tank Head is that you can block all of his attacks. So if you're gaming, you're winning right now. Nicely done on Tank Head so far from Iceblue. The shockers, the jumps, good timings, good blocks. He's trying to go in for the one-hit kill, but Gino can block a bullet with a hand. That's how sick nasty he is. Throwing up that Coca-Cola, refilling your HP, and more importantly, filling up your FP as well. Half block timing there for Mario, still enough to keep the chain going in a very nice fashion in setting up for another shocker for a devastating 585 damage. He hasn't switched off Tank Head yet, which is good. This is the perfect kind of RNG we want to see because this is where our best DPS is going to come from. Yo, it's going. We're just filling up that gauge. Let's go for another one. Shocker. Gino, this is going to be the alley-oop play right here. All the resistance, but he blocked it anyways because the chain went up. Big Star Rider damage, 672. This man doesn't want to switch off Tank Head. This is what we want to see, chat.
Tank Head just hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Basically the best RNG, by the way.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, now
here
he's
comes the safe head.
Yeah, he should be very
what's he
close
gonna
to that, though, even if he
He's got to
switches
have like
safe.
500.
Oh, it's Tank
no.
Head.
Back to Tank Head.
Just a juke. Yeah, that should kill.
Yeah, that's gotta be 8K. Let's go!
Nice.
10-10 all day, baby.
Easy fight. Nice run.
So official timing for us is going to be on the fade out of the final cutscene into the Gino leaving us.
Which is about a minute and a half after the screen starts shaking after you are done with this fight.
Hasta la vista, Smithy.
That run was so good, gamer. Heck yeah. Let's see what that time is.
Got this one final little star send up. Then Gino has a couple of words, and then that'll be time.
And I think for those curious, our final total by the end of this Super Mario RPG run is $22,332.
And gamers, we can keep it going. We got a big incentive coming up right after this.
If we can get it to
hype for that FF7 run.
Can we get it to 23 before I defeat Culex 3D?
Oh man.
I challenge you, chat. I challenge you. By the way, coming up here. And time.
Let's go, gamer.
Nice run.
Yo, mid 241. Let's go.
Not bad. My PB's at 239.
I was gonna say that. Were there 2 minutes lost just to Knife Guy Great Guy?
No, actually.
The world will never know.
Oh, I had my splits running. I was plus 129 on Knife Guy Great Guy, and then bunt because I had to go do a bunch of shopping.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
that's really what I mean. Is the totality of what Knife Guy Great Guy did was that 2 minutes, right?
Yeah. All right. So we don't have a lot of time. We are already behind.
Jump into this incentive.
Shout out to Etrian Odyssey 3. Great game, by the way.
Weeb.
Yeah.
Schweeb.
I suppose while we are setting up for Culex, do I have a chance to catch up on a few donations?
Yeah. Go for it.
All right. Care Bear 21 with $145. Hello, RPG Limit Break. I just finished the second of my 4 remote volunteering shifts for the marathon, and I wanted to give a shout out to my family for supporting me this week. I couldn't be half the person I am without you. Now let's see what this Knights of the Round looks like. And shout out to supportive families, absolutely so.
So just to give y'all, so this is a pre-made file. This is the all bosses run. So I went through and did a kind of just like an all bosses playthrough, and I followed the record basically. So levels are going to line up with all bosses, equipment lines up with all bosses, and items line up with all bosses. And we're going to fight Culex 3D at level 18 and 19 because of Mallow.
Yeah, Void, I don't know if you know anything about this. I know nothing about this, so I'm just going to be watching the whole time.
Yep, same. I've actually never watched an all bosses run. I kind of would like to route the category myself, maybe after SGDQ, but
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
The category looks very cool, actually, because it adds in all these post-game bosses that the remake added in. So
I love the fact that there's a post-game in the first place now.
Yeah.
All right, so
and
not
Final
only
Fantasy.
Not only do we get an upgraded version of Culex, we also get an upgraded version of the Final Fantasy IV boss theme.
Absolute freaking banger. Let's go.
Just enjoy. So Culex 3D opens up with an attack that leaves you with 1 HP. We're going to open up with our own damage. So the first 4 attacks from the crystals are always the same. It's going to be Petal Blast, into Solidify, into Flare, and then Boulder. Then after that, all the attacks are just completely like random. we don't want to swap Mallow in here because next turn Culex does a... That's not great. Culex will do a... I've lost my train of thought. Shredder. He does Shredder.
Let's go, just incredible.
How many rock indies? Yes.
Yes. I only need one, baby.
Because I can't swap to Mallow here to Snowy. Oh my god. Let's see. Because this is actually supposed to be Mallow here. That's fine. We'll just do another rock candy. The cool thing about this fight is that there's a lot of like variance.
Yeah, I assume him locking Y earlier was very much not ideal.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, I kind of gotta plan around that kind of RNG happening.
Again, Red Essence making you completely immune to all damage for 3 turns.
We can just do this. Nope. So Gino's gonna die here. Because that always sets their HP to 1, even if they don't have... Like, it does max HP -1, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that it puts your health to 1, it's that it does X -1 damage, where X is your character's health.
All right.
Ultra Jump?
Hey, yo, my boy Darkstar. Actually, easiest block in the game.
Yeah, really. This attack
Blast,
block
one
is
of the hardest
really
blocks
bad.
in the game.
Okay. I will actually take the time here to get her up. Because we're gonna get shredded anyway.
Again, Shredder taking away all of your offensive and defensive buffs that you've got whenever it comes out. So Geno Boost reapplying that to Mario right afterwards.
So I like how this fight is routed where it just doesn't use super jumps at all. I think that's like the best part of this fight. Mallow's gonna die here, which is very unfortunate.
So remind me how the health on Culex 3D works.
What you mean?
So like once you're through phase 1, how does this HP work for phase 2, basically?
I just know he has 9,999 HP. And if you kill him before his crystals go down, then the crystals will all sacrifice themselves and revive him.
Yeah. Nice block.
That thing melts your health.
That's how I thought it worked. That like if you kill him before you kill all the crystals, then the crystals will give their remaining health to him. So I guess effectively could have 20,000 HP.
Yep. So now this is just basically a test of endurance.
I should have been counting.
Yeah.
It's every 3, basically, on his counter. So now Shocker's going to do less because I forgot to swap him out before the Shredder. Which is absolutely fine. Because we're just going to re-Geno boost. Reason we're not attacking with Geno, Geno has the Lazy Shell on. Which just basically drops all his attack.
The Lazy Shell armor, to be clear to people, because yeah, Mario has the Lazy Shell weapon. The armor makes it to where you are a complete tank, but you deal like no damage.
Doing it just for the boost.
Yeah.
2,
baby.
2, by the way.
Now to get you to the 100%, now we can use his turn for Star Riders. Another 400 pumped there. A lot of people talk about how awkward it is to time those final claw blocks. Iceblue making it look natural here. Yeah, definitely one of those fights where you have to be a master of like blocking all these. Any attack that you can block,
that's it.
Hey. Let's go.
That's it.
GG.
And then you get this really cool rendition of the victory theme.
Never heard that song before.
What's that from? Where'd I do that?
I think it's Dragon Warrior, maybe? No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's something I heard about, right?
Explode.
I think I'm gonna get thrown off the stage here. But yeah, no, that's Super Mario RPG. Thank y'all for having me. Again, sorry for the accidental RNG manipulation I did in Bowser's Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to the community for all the hard work that they've done with routing this game and getting these fights how they are, and so just everything that they've done. Big shout outs to both my commentators, Spike and Void. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, bud.
And shout outs to us hitting, I think, close to 23K, which is hella hype, by the way.
Yeah, we started the run at low 19K. We're over 22.5, so like $3,500 raised in the last 3 hours. Let's keep that going, Chad. Let's inspire that. Keep going towards these big numbies as we have Final Fantasy VII coming up right after this. Shouts to Tempest for doing donation reading for us.
Oh, y'all, it was such a pleasure getting to do it for everybody here. Trust me, this is going to be one for the books, one to remember. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, but if you like the run, both Void and I still kind of actively run it. I know Spike's taking like a break from it. So yeah, if I'm going to continue running, I have goals with this game. I also do a lot of Zelda rando stuff, and I'm going to be playing La Mulana 2 blind starting tomorrow. So if you want to see me struggle, La Mulana 2 is going to be a game of all time. I'm looking forward to it. But with that, I think I'm good here. Big shout outs to RPG Limit Break for everything, even through all the tech issues. Y'all are doing a wonderful job, and thank y'all for putting this on.
All right, folks, let's give it up one last time for Iceblue with that phenomenal Super Mario RPG run. And thank you so much to everyone that contributed all that money for Nami. We managed to make quite a few milestones that way, and we saw an epic Culex boss battle. Now, unfortunately, you all, that will be my only hosted run for the entire schedule. But don't you all worry, because we'll have some wonderful, wonderful hosts taking my place. I do want to give a very special thanks to RPG Limit Break for allowing me to be able to help alongside the wonderful volunteer team, especially with donation reading and all that jazz. And hey, here's hoping that one of these days I'll be able to join next year in person for all the good fun to be had. But until then, keep on raising money for the National Alliance of Mental Illness. And folks, this is Tempest, or Steve, signing off and wishing you a wonderful day. Peace and love, everyone.
Alrighty, folks. How we all doing tonight? It is your boy, Von Yvonne. I am going to be taking over hosting duties for this next run. I'd like to give a big thank you to Tempest for hosting for that last run of Super Mario RPG Remake. Right now, we are going to toss it to some ads, so everybody just sit tight, get a stretch, maybe get a beverage or something like that, and we will be back shortly. Welcome back to RPG Limit Break 2024. We are coming to you live from Salt Lake City, Utah, and we are raising money for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Yep, we have a donation here that I want to read off before we move on to what we're doing next. It's an anonymous donation for $50. It says, "For my beloved Claude and Tofu." Now, that is a reference to some naming bid wars that we have for our run of Final Fantasy VII that is going to be coming up in just a few minutes. But before we get to that, we do have an interview with the runners of Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is going to be coming up soon. Those runners will be Freedom Pulse and Shaggy, and this interview will be conducted by the lovely Kiara. So, Kiara, it's all yours.
Yo, what's up, RPG Limit Break? That was an awesome run of Super Mario RPG Remake. I freaking love that game. And I am fortunate enough to be joined by both of our Shin Megami Tensei 5 runners. We got Shaggy, who so gratefully took time off from solving mysteries to come travel to RPG Limit Break and play this, as well as the critically acclaimed runner of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series at RPG Limit Break 2022. So honored to have you here. How are you doing?
Wonderful. I'm doing great.
Awesome. Now, this is going to be a co-op run, and it's going to be split into 4 segments of you trading off and on. So, Shaggy, you're going to be starting, and I just wanted to ask you really quick, how confident are you in Freedom Pulse to fill his end of the bargain here?
I think he'll do fine. I can lead us really strong, but I think he knows what he's doing. He had world record in this category for at least a little bit before I smashed him. So,
Freedom Pulse, same question to you.
I think he'll do pretty okay. When in our practice run yesterday, I think we only had 1 death, and I think that was on his side. So I think he'll do all right.
Now, SMT is a series where I feel like we're only blessed with an entry once a decade. I was super excited to see SMT 5 coming out because, the previous one was on 3DS. It's like, wow, we're getting a Switch version, and there are going to be so many upgrades that we can see. So when that game got announced, how excited were you to jump in speedrunning a new Shin Megami Tensei game, Freedom Pulse?
Yeah, I was very excited. I picked the game up day one and just absolutely loved it from the moment I played it. I was really excited for the run. I'm not a router at all. I'm like, ooh, I do thing and big numbers show up on screen. That's cool. And then time go down. And so, was seeing the run develop, pick things up in the run as we went, and seeing all of the, I didn't actually start running the game until almost exactly a year ago. I waited a bit because as the run developed in a lot of different ways, it was just, wanted to see what cool things showed up. And then Shaggy eventually started running normal from running the hard mode and just completely obliterated the category and added a lot of really cool things to the route. And that made me finally start running the game.
Wonderful. You love to hear. I'm happy that you get to run this together, take a load off each other. So that's awesome. Now, one thing I did want to bring up is we have a number of incentives for Shin Megami Tensei 5. Of course, you can pick the language that the game is played in. I think English is currently leading on that. But if you really want to see all the audio in Japanese, you can get your donations for that at rpglimitbreak.com. And we have a couple other bonus unlocks that we have for this I wanted to get into. So one of those is to fight the Demi-Fiend. So Shaggy, what exactly is that? What does that entail?
So the Demi-Fiend is the protagonist from SMT3. They brought him back in this game as a boss you can fight. Atlas likes to do this, bring back old protagonists as super bosses. So he's way, way beyond anything else in the game in terms of difficulty. So I have a save file set up on hard mode right before this fight. And we have a really cool strategy that was kind of developed by, a large group of people that I sort of finished off and refined and set up in kind of a fun way that I want to show off.
Oh, awesome. So I want to get an update from our lovely host, Vaughn over here. How are we on the progress of that incentive?
The Demi Fiend?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are at $165 out of 1,000. So still got some distance there, but we got some time. So we're good
we
to
got
go.
plenty of time for it. So get your donations in for that. And we also have another fun one of something to do with Jack Frost, Freedom Pulse.
Yes. So after the first area of the game, there is this scenario where your school is under attack by demons, and this poor innocent Jack Frost is being attacked by a terrifying demon. And it's completely optional to save him. So normally in the speedrun, we would leave him to his cruel, cruel fate. But your donations can help rescue this poor innocent hee-ho in need.
All right. So yeah, I'm really hoping that both of those incentives get met. And I want to take like a little sidetrack here to talk about some of our lovely prizes that we have here up in the front. So if you really enjoyed Super Mario RPG, we do have for a $20 donation, you can enter to win a copy of Super Mario RPG Remake. Now, this is the Japanese version of it, but it's a Switch game, so you don't have to worry about any sort of Japanese language things. It's like you'll have both language support on it. And it will also come with all of these lovely keychains that you see right below it. Of course, all of these are open until the end of Shin Megami Tensei 5. And relative to our next run, Final Fantasy VII, over here on my right, we have a wonderful set of plushies of the main cast for Final Fantasy VII. So as a $25 minimum donation to be entered to win that. And one that I'm sure you two are very excited about, because we have this wonderful vinyl of the Shin Megami Tensei 5 soundtrack. So how do you feel about this one? It feels so heavy, so important.
Yeah, it's this game's OST is absolutely massive. There's so many songs, and all of them are fantastic. One of my favorite video game OSTs, just in general. Like, this game has like 20-something battle themes, and they're all amazing. And and it's on vinyl, and vinyl is pretty awesome. As a bit of a sound music nerd myself, this is just totally worth it.
Yeah, and that's going to be a $20 minimum donation through the end of SMT5. So be sure to get this in. It's awesome. Like, just also on the back, just some super, super cool art right there. So I want this. Like, I don't even have a vinyl player, but I just want to get this because of how cool it looks. And of course, we have our grand prize right behind me, the Buster Sword. That's a $250 minimum donation running throughout the entire marathon. It's even got the materia there. Right there. Look at that. That's so cool. I didn't even notice that the first time. It was just the Buster Sword. But wow, having all of that, being able to swap in, super awesome. Now, before we throw over to Final Fantasy VII here, which I'm really looking forward to as well, we have a new version of SMT5 coming out like in just 3 weeks called SMT5 Vengeance. So this may be the last time that you see vanilla SMT5 run in a marathon. So I just want to get your opinions there. Like, are you excited about that release coming up to like dive into it and start, figuring out any new stuff you can do?
I'm incredibly excited. I'll be basically routing the speedrun on day one, probably. It's an entirely new story, an completely rebalanced game. They're changing so much about what's happening. And I'm really into routing these games, and I've really enjoyed doing it. So I'm very, very excited to have a new one.
Awesome.
Yeah, they've announced so many things that they're changing, like Shaggy said, completely rebalancing a lot, and it all looks amazing. And it's, two entire, like, the original campaign completely rebalanced plus a whole new one. It's basically they're giving us like 2 free new speed games, which is awesome. So very excited for Vengeance.
All right, one last quick one before we get out there and on to the next run, so you don't have to see me anymore. If you two were to fuse as a demon in an S&T game, what demon would you two form?
Oh, God. Mothman?
Awesome.
The lovely Mothman.
Yes.
Thank you two for joining. Stay tuned for SMT5 coming up after our awesome Final Fantasy run coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be awesome. You're not going to want to miss it.